rock against which the surf crashes. Nothing can break me. Nothing can break us. The world seemed to pause at the words. Valkyrie.
Welcome to Twin Flames Between Worlds podcast. My name is Tabitha.
And I'm Liesl.
And hi, welcome back to episode 14 of A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas.
Woo!
Welcome back. Oh my goodness. We have 2 episodes left.
2 main episodes.
This is the part 1 finale of the deep dive sections.
These are going to be long.
Yeah, so we're going to try our best to get through them because it was kind of hard to split up these last sections because so much happens in them. Mm-hmm. But again, the last 100 pages of an SJM novel are going to do that to us. So
you think the book is fine now, especially after what happened in the last episode. And, well, let's just say think again.
Yeah, so we'll be going over chapters 60 to the end of 67 today. So 7 chapters. And we will, of course, explicit warning, there is a lot of violence in this one. Mm-hmm. And a lot of hints of, how do I say, males.
Misogyny.
Yeah, and like sexual assault.
Sexism.
So, yeah, so just be prepared for that. And again, obviously, always some sexual innuendo, of course.
There's also a lot of degradation on that part, degrading stuff on that part.
So please be wary of little listening ears, or if you don't care, rock on to you.
Good luck.
Good luck. So yes, our second week, so our sponsor is Molly Bees for Gourmet Cookies. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. They bring creative, unique cookies straight to your pantry. No cookie shop required. With both unforgettable flavors, they're the ultimate treat for any occasion. You can enjoy our exclusive discount price of 10% off any product at mollybees.com under the promo code TFBW podcast. That is Twin Flames Between Worlds podcast short. And so I wanted to say there was a lot of like cookie flavors, but I just wanted to say before we get into it, 3 different cookie flavors that they got. There's multiple, but these are the ones for this episode. They have a bee cordial cookie, which is milk chocolate, maraschino cherry chunks, and amaretto for the classic chocolate cherry vibe.
Yummy.
We got then the second, the Big Joe, which is fresh ground coffee, milk chocolate, and a hint of rum for a mocha kick. That's probably gonna be my go-to. Yeah. I am a rum girly for sure.
Although, do you like coffee?
Not really. But,
so that might.
I mean, it's whatever, but there's rum in it, so I might, yeah.
If there's rum in it, I'll eat it.
Sure. And then it's Boba Doodles. I thought that was a very cute name. They're mini snickerdoodles with boba pearls for a chewy twist. So yes, those are the flavors for today. I don't really know what that means, but
Boba Doodle.
Yeah, so please stick around at the end for more facts about the sponsor today. But previously on A Court of Silver Flames. Again, last week was like my favorite stretch of episodes. Basically, it was kind of Nesta finishing her, again, it's not finished, but it's like, okay, we're finally at a good place now with everything. She saw the house's heart. Mm-hmm. We had the winter solstice under the kind of Court of Nightmares scene.
Yeah.
The dancing, the waltzing with Eris, and us kind of understanding that Eris is kind of all right. He's fine. Digging him a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And I did. And then, of course, the second year winter solstice with all of them and the awkwardness between Azriel, Lucian, Elaine, and also just Nesta and everyone has their own drama shit going on.
They're Fae. Of course there's going to be drama.
Also, considering I feel like Azriel, Elaine, and Lucian have definitely more drama going on than Nesta and Cassian.
Yeah.
Because at least it's just them two.
That's true. They don't really drag anyone else in. Although, in a way, Azriel also gets dragged into them, and Azriel got dragged into Facehand. Like, Azriel
he just wants to be a part of it.
He's curious.
He wants to feel like,
he is a spy master. He's supposed to know about these things, and he's like, well, I guess I must know about how they're having sex. So. I don't know.
And so then, yeah, we get to the very emotional, I love the chapter 58 scene with Cassia and Nesta kind of understanding each other and like figuring out why this whole time that she was so kind of she was pushing him away, right? We finally get the confirmation there from her specifically, and they get to talk, and they have their first love-making session. And of course, to us, and especially because it's confirmed in these chapters, the mating bond snapped into place.
Yeah.
Which we knew. We didn't need this whole, like, big reveal, I'm your mate situation going on, but we had to.
It was said through the touch.
We know what a mating bond looks like now, so it makes sense. Yes. But yeah, and then we ended at the sleepover scene with the girl, with the sisters. And I'm so excited to get into this section just because we get to see them more in action with each other.
Yes.
I mean, we already had, but like this is just more than it has been.
And seeing their inside jokes, but from Cassian's point of view, is kind of funny.
That's like, but that feels like any sort of trio or any like friendship where we have that all the time.
That's true.
Well, we'll make an inside joke and nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about except for maybe one or two people that were there. But then they never know.
The whole point of an inside joke.
Yeah, the whole point of an inside joke, actually. So let's get right into it with chapter 60, shall we?
Yes.
Goodness gracious. So, of course, Cassian ran away for a whole week in between. Yeah. In between the winter solstice and now.
Because apparently, as a general, he can't take a break, but the High Lord, when he got his mating bond, could take a break.
The whole thing was BS, though. Like, he said it was, he said he had to do work, but he actually wasn't.
Yeah.
He was literally just running away. And I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing?
Why would you run away from that?
You just got her to open up to you and feel like she can trust you. And again, he explains this later, but I'm just like, babe, like again, but can I really be mad at him though? Because she did that to him for fucking years.
That's true.
But at the same time, it's not like, again, tit for tat. It's not okay if somebody does it to you. Like, it's just bad regardless. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he was doing that in a pity thing. Or like a petty thing.
Yeah.
I think it was just, he just got so fucking shocked. But anyway, so there's that. So when he comes back to the training ring, something has shifted between the girls. More so than it had ever before. Mm-hmm. It's like they're very, very close to each other now.
Yes.
And so, of course, Azriel and Cass are watching the girls. And Liesl said this pre-recording. There is so much Gwenreal in here, just coded in these chapters.
Just even starting on, Cassian glanced at Az, but his attention was fixed on the young priestess. Admiration and quiet encouragement shining on his face.
Because he wants her to succeed. He really does.
We ship it.
We ship it. Listen back to our last episode if you want to hear us ship it more. But, of course, they haven't cut the ribbon yet, and so Nesta and Emery are kind of giving them, think of the miniature Pegasus, think of it, do it for her. Like,
Cassian's so confused. He's like, what did I miss?
I mean, even Azriel doesn't understand. He's like, what are you talking about? And I think it's cute, though, that Nesta's true laugh comes out here. Mm-hmm. And it strikes Cassian in the chest like a blow. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of what happened. What is it? Reese said that at the end of Ackle, I think, when he heard Feyre and the others laughing.
Yeah.
It's like a romantic gesture, right?
Who knew that laughter could be such a violent thing?
Getting hit in the heart with like a...
or in the head.
A punch to the chest. So Gwen is like getting ready to strike the ribbon. And then she says, which we find out is like the Valkyrie kind of mantra. Mm-hmm. I mean, we knew that from the mind stealing, remember back when, yeah. But like now it's become their mantra.
The thing that they do say out loud to themselves.
Yes. I am the rock against which the surf crashes. Nothing can break me. That's such a good line. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's such a good line. But nothing can break us, Emery says. Mm. So again, this is one of those crucial moments because Cass and Az straighten up because this moment's going to go down in the history books.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have felt this, but sometimes, I don't know, I've had a moment where, I've had multiple moments in life, but sometimes like you get on a path or you do something and then it almost, you have this surreal kind of, oh my God, this is serious. This is real.
Right.
Like, this is going to change my life than this happening. So it's like, I really liked how they said that because I felt that definitely recently. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, that's good. And as perfect as a slice on the wind, she the ribbon and cuts it in half. No straight edges at all. Perfect slice. And I think it was the fact that I don't think that they planned this, but I think the whole Nesta tying the ribbon onto Gwen's head, I don't think that was planned. I think that was like a moment of, okay, the piece is there. I'm going to knight her, basically. Mm-hmm. And so Nesta puts it around her head, almost like an invoking stone. And that's what Cassian's singing because he's like, oh, I've never seen Gwen wear one. And Gwen's almost on the verge of tears and Nesta says, Valkyrie.
Aww.
She's finally a Valkyrie. They're finally, they finally reached Valkyrie Valkyrie status.
Well, technically only one of them has, but...
Well, yeah. In the flash
yes.
forward, they are.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
That's incredible. And, just the fact that she didn't feel worthy to, do her invoking stone.
Mm.
And then it's like, now she has something that she feels confident.
That she earned.
She earned it herself, and she knows that she earned it.
Yeah, so she's fine wearing it. That's why so many people, when they do, cosplays, they'll wear the... Yeah, I actually like when people do that. Instead of just dressing up as Gwen or Emery, they'll have the white ribbon. So yes, Gwen was the first, Emery was the second, and Nesta was the third. It's very interesting that Nesta is the last one to get it.
Almost like she was pushing her sisters to get it first. That's what it felt like to me anyway.
Well, it also shows that Emery and Gwen can stand on their own. Nesta might be maybe the most magically powerful of them three. But that they can also, they are literally a foil of the Bat Boys. Yes. Nesta is Rhys-Ann, that's the thing, and that's why they hate each other so much.
Yeah. That's true.
It's that's totally what it's, so who would be, Emery's Cassian, that's why they get along so well. And that's why Gwen and Azrael get along, because they're similar.
That's true.
It's right there.
That's true.
So, again, they're still doing their training and stuff, but then Nesta monologues about how every time she meets Cassian Stare, she just needs him, wants him, da-da-da.
It's the mating frenzy.
The thing is, I can understand why she doesn't understand what this is.
Yeah.
I think mentally she does.
But no one's explained it to her.
No. And so it's to me, it's fair that she's kind of why do I feel this way?
Why? I'm frustrated that I feel this way. Meanwhile, it's no one told her anything. Her mate fucking left her for 5 days to fix his own, dealing with his own mating frenzy. But it's no, the mating frenzy is for the purpose that you gotta do it together.
Well, and that's why, they feel so off.
Yeah.
Because, they're supposed to be together right after they do.
Right.
So it's weird that they're not. I did want to say, well, of course, he's still avoiding her.
Yes.
But then the next morning, the training ring has been transformed into an obstacle course. Which I was kind of surprised about. I did not think that this is where the story was going, or what would be next, or whatever.
Right.
And I just want to say one thing before we get into the obstacle course thing. I wonder how many priestesses are here. Because we know about maybe 6 others. Because we know the other trio. And we're going to talk about it more. But, we know the other trio, and then there's, 2 other or 3 other names we get.
I think I do remember it mentioning earlier on that there were at least 11 other priestesses training with Azrael.
Okay. Something like that. So, there's a good chunk of them.
Yeah.
15 or so.
Yeah.
Maybe 15. Because, they always talk about how more girls there are there.
Yeah.
And
they keep adding more and more. But
yeah.
For some reason, the number 11 is sticking in my head of training with Azrael.
Yeah. It possibly could. Yeah. I don't remember. So apparently this course is not made for one person to face alone. Which I want to see a visual of this. Because I don't understand. No matter how many times I'll listen to it or have it described to me, I cannot visualize what they're talking about.
I just think of the training area from Kung Fu Panda. Because, when it says, when we get there, the spiky thing, the bloody spiky thing that hit.
Oh, my God. Was it Deirdre? Rosalind?
Yeah, one of them. I just think of the things that, the standing, karate punch type things that kept hitting Poe in the face because he accidentally hit one wrong, and it just...
I know that that's a good equivalent, but I'm just because it specifically is for groups, I'm I want to see what that means.
Let's combine that with American Ninja Warrior.
Yes.
Or so American Ninja Warrior was more violent.
It's if anyone knows a fan art about the obstacle course, I would love to see it.
Maybe we should make our own obstacle course.
Oh, good God. We would not pass.
Well, no, not physically. I mean, make our own, design our own.
Ah, okay.
No, we would not pass.
No, we would not. And so basically, Emery snorts at the obstacle course. And it's kind of funny because as soon as Azrael talks, he claps his hands, all the females straighten.
It's
I'm the command this man has. Even I was a little bit ooh.
I know, Cassian has been lenient with these 3, whereas Azrael has been okay, I respect you, I give you your space, but also when I give me your attention.
Oh my God, that was kind of hot. Wasn't gonna lie, but he's definitely goading Gwen here. She says, "What do we get if we finish the course?" As his shadows danced around him. Since there's no chance in hell any of you will finish the course, we didn't bother to get a prize.
Okay, so just give me a second. So I feel a lot of people think that you know, because it's been said that Azrael's the more conventionally beautiful, like he's quiet and all that, like that he's very regal. So I just love like moments when it's like, no, he's still an Illyrian male. He's still gonna say, none of you are gonna like fucking hell pass or whatever. Mm-hmm. It is like no chance in hell that you guys are passing. It's like, wow, that's some arrogance. Okay.
I love some good arrogance with my sweet boys, man.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when it's not putting anyone down.
I think that there's sometimes when it comes to these books, like guys get confused because they're just like, wait, so you want a demanding dude? It's like, no, but it's like,
ever heard of the soft doms?
A normal dude would be boring.
That's true.
Like, who's just, I want someone to push me.
Instead of someone who's just like, well, do what you want, and then...
Or like playful flirting like this is. He's like, I know you're not going to do it, so didn't even, she's like...
But that's a challenge. That in itself is a challenge of like, oh, I know you're not going to do it. It's like, well, I'm going to fucking prove you wrong.
That just makes her so much more determined. And he's just like, okay, sure.
They're going to get hot for each other.
God, that's how I know their end game, right there. It's like, they have the most interactions with each other.
And Azrael can't seem to take his eyes off her.
No. So, the first time they go on it, they make it about halfway, which is pretty good. I mean,
they had 3 hours. They have 3 hours to try and finish the obstacle course.
Yeah, because it's well, I was gonna say also remember because at first the training ring was like only 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
They have gotten to the point where they love this shit so much that they're doing it for 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And especially like an obstacle course that's supposed to be really hard, right? I really appreciate... Because Nesta and the trio, let's just call them the trio because that's the easiest way to call it. They're kind of like the OG. They're the ones who've been doing it the longest. It makes sense that they're farther than the others.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate how everybody is kind of getting paired up into their own 3 units. Because there's specifically Ananka, Deirdre, and Rosalind were the 3 women that came after them. They were right after them. And they're gaining on them.
Yeah.
Right behind them at every step. They also, passed the ribbon test after them. It's almost like there's this healthy competition between their group and the trio.
Yeah.
Of like a healthy competition of like, okay, we're good, we're warriors all together, and we appreciate working together, but also we want to beat the fuck out of you. Like we want to beat you.
It was Ananka, the one that got hit.
Yeah, Ananka was the one that got hit. And yeah, these priestesses are getting all bloodied and battered, and they're like, cool, let's do this again tomorrow.
What? Say what?
This is, I think, what's so cool about this priestess thing is that nobody thought it would get this far.
Yeah.
Like, nobody thought that, like, because this, I think at some point I write somewhere in my notes, I'm like, this changes from just, what is it? Kind of like a karate sort of, we're having a women's meeting where we're going to protect each other and learn how to defend ourselves, to literally military warfare.
Yeah. And it was all started by Nesta.
Yeah. So, and it's like, well, and specifically the trio itself with Gwen being like, let's learn about Valkyrie techniques, and like, they're warrior women. So they're going to be learning warrior military warfare. This is badass. There's too much to say with that.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, they're kind of upset. It's like, we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll wipe the smug look off their faces, off their perfect faces. Let's remember that.
I just love yes, I do have this part highlighted, of course, because it's a real moment. But just the fact that Azrael and Cassian leaned against the wall the entire time, just smiling at them.
Like bastards, yeah.
Like bastards. I mean, yeah, they probably went through this kind of thing, too. But it's like, they're like, we did. We also, like, cried, probably.
Yes. I mean, they've been through this course before, so, like, it makes sense.
Also, I just want to see Azrael smiling. Even if it's arrogant smirking.
I just love, then there's, again, another Gwenroll moment passes, where it's like, she throws a withering stare. See you tomorrow, Shadow Singer.
And Az just watched after her with amusement, brows high with amusement.
He is totally looking at her ass as she's walking. This is that typical movie moment where he's just like, okay, and then he's looking at her ass, and then somebody catches him. I think,
But when he finally, like, looks away, when he turns back, Nesta's, like, grinning at him already. She knows.
She's like, you're the new, you're the new ribbon, Azrael.
Yeah. Winking and clapping him on the shoulder. Just like, well, you remember how she was with the ribbon? You're that now.
She wants to cut you.
She is going to focus on you until you feel very uncomfortable.
I want his entire mast. I'm sorry, we watched One Piece last night and I made her, like, die with that one, so.
I mean, yeah, because you were talking about how you wanted the tip of Zoro's mast.
I'm going to hell, it's fine.
I mean, I think that's why they put it there, but okay.
I think so as well. But yes, to them, this course is almost impossible. Because the thing is, it changes every night. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. This whole last section makes me think of the Hunger Games.
Very much.
So much so. Because, like, the course is changing every night. Different terrain, different, like, it almost seems like even different, not seasons, but, like, different weather conditions. Yeah. It's like, okay, what would happen if this is slippery? What would happen if this is snow? What would, you know?
Yeah.
And so the only thing that we get about these patterns of this course is that there's always, what is it? Footwork that they've done.
Yeah.
Mental testing, puzzles. So something like, I don't know.
It's basically Survivor.
Yeah. It's like puzzles, like, imagine if there's a riddle in here. Fucking, I'd just be like, Gwen, okay, you go and I can do the feats of strength. So it's footwork, puzzles, and feats of strength.
Yeah.
And so, and there's apparently stages. There's 3 stages. Because I'm pretty sure there's 3, like, yeah, footwork, feats of, yeah, that's the 3 stages. Yeah. And so, yes, Gwen, honestly, I'm not going to lie, Gwen has taken their leadership role in their group.
Very much.
You'd think it would be Nesta, but no, it's not.
Gwen is like the most driven out of all of them. I mean, they're all driven, but she is the most competitive, the most determined, and focused of them.
And which makes so much sense because she wants to win.
Yes.
She not only wants to win the obstacle course, but she's just so that competitive. She's like,
she wants to prove it to Azriel that she can win.
Also,
and she wants whatever prize that he's.
Do I get to sleep with you? Is that my prize? One night in bed.
All right.
Or what if it was the thing like, oh, you can ask any favor of me? Ooh. And then she's like, okay. Bedtime? Obviously, she wouldn't do it at this point because she's like, I don't think she's over her own trauma, which is fair. We're just horny people. Yeah. So, and also, she doesn't want the other trio to win. It's like, yes, we love you, Rosalind, but we don't want you bitches to win.
You can win after us.
Yeah. And, oh yeah, this is where I said, yeah, this is legit turned into military training. Not only are they doing this obstacle course, but they are training as a unit, as like all of them against Azriel and Cassian. Yeah. Not just as trios. They're learning in trios, but they're also learning almost like an Illyrian unit would.
Yes.
Damn. Hot as fuck.
But they're not Illyrians.
This is like the Rugby Girls 101. Like hot rugby girls training. Yeah. Like this is what that is. And also they did like this, there was like this funny, not funny, but interesting, what is it? They have to do the crunches together, and if they miss it, or if like they do it out of sync, they got to start over. And I was like, dear God, we would fail. That'd be awful. I'm sorry. I mean, I would love to be this fit, and I hope maybe one day I can be, but this is not good.
Yeah.
Not good for us. Good in a book sense. This
it would look cool, though.
Us doing this? Or
no, them doing it.
Oh, them. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to see this montage in the live action.
Yes. Yeah,
so we get a few, of Rosalind, Deirdre, and Anka, and it was Ileana and Lorelai.
Yeah.
That's the other 2. That we know their names. That were confirmed like our other people. But there's more of them, obviously. So this is just dope as fuck. When they're not training in the, like, they're just reading about military strategy in the library together. So they're just like
they're taking a break from smut.
Yeah. They're like a community just of, you never think that these priestesses would be like these badass warrior women, but not only are the trio badass, all these other priestesses are too.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's crazy. Well, no one's going to be invading the library ever again.
Yeah, nobody is going to want to fuck with that library ever again.
I feel like I'm hoping actually that like it becomes like a tradition almost for like any new priestess that is brought to the library to slowly be incorporated into the Valkyrie training.
I think so too. Maybe the younger ones. I don't think the older ones would do it.
Probably not.
I think they're like, our time has passed.
But the older ones maybe might learn about it and be able to help with like the learning side of it.
I mean, even though we thought Meryl was a bitch, she seemed to like actually think it was cool and wrote them in her book. So, I mean, Gwen did, but like Meryl also authorized them to be in it.
Yeah.
So, also, Nesta is running not just walking the stairs, she's running the stairs every night, but has yet to make it to the bottom again. Again, so it's not complete. And this is like a theme, and it's probably going to bring up later, but I appreciate how the setting of goals is a theme throughout this series, and not just, but this book specifically.
Yeah.
Is that there's always goals, and I tell you about this all the time. There's always goals to set, but once you set those goals, there's always another one after it. Sometimes people think when like the goal or the dream is done that like it's just, that's done, and like what am I supposed to do afterward? Like, at least for them, there's always something after it.
There's at least side quests.
like, okay, they worked so hard to cut the ribbon. Now what's next? Okay, they were given something next. Okay, they're going to do this qualifier. Then what's next? There's always something else afterward. So, like, never think that it's over.
Just the fact that I equate that to my video games of, like, you finish the main campaign, but then there's all the side quests you have to go back and finish to get the full game to completion.
And then I love how my thought about that is like, you know, thinking about dreams and thinking about not game things.
Dreams and hopes.
Dreams and hopes and aspirations.
What are those?
What are those?
What are those?
So a lot of time passes. 2 months later. So this is a while.
It took them 2 months to finish.
I mean, I appreciate the level that they just didn't finish in a week and we're good.
Yeah, that's true.
I appreciate that. The 3 girls defeat the obstacle course, but they're the only ones there.
Yes.
The other priestesses are all, quote unquote, away for some thing that Gwen doesn't know about. But Gwen is the only one who's allowed.
Yes.
So, this kind of shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. So, like, they're all bloodied and shit. And she's like, well, what's my prize? Like, breathless and shit.
Panting, grinning, and wild teal eyes, glowing like the sunlit sea.
You have your prize. You finished the BloodRite qualifier.
Congratulations.
The fuck?
What if we didn't want to qualify? Where's my fucking prize?
Yeah, where's my night with you?
At least take me on a date. Take me to dinner.
They're kind of, that's it. Then, really? So they look up into the corner of, like, wherever they're at. Because remember, there's, like, walls in this place. At certain, like, places, the certain blah, blah, blah. There are walls. So they were up on the high. So Devlin and some other fucking Illyrian dude have been watching them this whole time performing this obstacle course. Yeah. And then, of course, we understand why that the other priestesses weren't in attendance. Because Azrael told them, he gave them a choice. He said that there are going to be men here. Yes. You can either choose to come or not. And they chose not to.
Which just shows how much they actually trust Cassian and Azrael.
That's so sweet.
And also, yes, I love that Azrael gave them a choice. And also told them specifically, yes, it's going to be men watching.
Yes. And Gwen, while she's, I think, a little bit farther in her journey than the other women, she's like, okay, well, Azrael told me there would be males here today, but I didn't know what it was for. But she still came.
That's
knowing
progress.
That there were going to be men there.
That is progress.
Yeah. And I think that is a testament to how much she trusts her sisters as well.
And
to feel
maybe she trusts Azrael.
Oh, that if they tried something, he would, like, disintegrate them? Yes. I don't care if it's Devlin.
Also, Devlin does not look too happy.
No, they immediately, like, leave. They don't even say anything to them. So, obviously, this is, honestly, and I'm not gonna lie, this is what Cassian has been wanting for a long time. Not only is it their goal, but it's his. Back, when he's talking about his mother, right? Like, he wanted to show the Illyrians that there are women who can defeat their obstacle course. Yes. That there are female units that can do just as well as any Illyrian unit.
Yes, if they're properly trained and given the time to train.
Yes. I love what he says here. Because, of course, we're not gonna, we don't want to be a part of the BloodRite.
We're not entering the BloodRite, are we?
He's like, okay, so apparently it's just a qualifier to see if you can get in it, but they're like, obviously it's voluntary. You don't have to go in it. Well, sometimes it's voluntary.
So when I highlight, I have blue for important, pink for things I love, and then orange for things I find funny. And I just highlighted in orange. Only if you want to. Because that's like, that's fun.
I mean, Cassian, that's him just being, you don't have to, but, like, if you do want to, you can.
That's funny, because that didn't work out.
It's foreshadowing, yeah. And I want to pocket that. We will get to that.
Yes.
But dear God, I did not see that foreshadowing coming.
No.
But it was specifically I want them to know what you've accomplished, that even though Valkyries don't have anything, or something akin to the BloodRite, you are trained as any warrior in Illyria. Yeah. So, apparently, the reason it changed was because the courses are from different BloodRite qualifiers over the years. Yeah. So not only, here's the thing, this is what I didn't pick up when I read this the first time. Cassian and Azrael were not only teaching them the qualifier, because the thing is, they could have just had the same obstacle course. Because it seemed the obstacle course they were given, they could have just learned over and over again. But they specifically gave them every fucking obstacle course from the years before. They made it harder for them, but also made it so that they were way more trained. Adaptable than any of the other people who probably took the qualifier that year. God damn. I didn't even think about that until I read it again. Of course, though, they were like, I think we'd rather be Valkyries.
Like, you're now as close to being Illyrian warriors as you can be. And then they're just, I'd rather be a Valkyrie.
I mean, which is true. I mean, why not both? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Cassie's like, God help us.
I just think it's awesome because, like, to think that our Nesta, the person who we started the book with, and her friends, are full-fledged warriors in the eyes of the Illyrians.
Yes.
Is kind of insane.
That is crazy.
It's awesome, but it's kind of fucking crazy.
Even Feyre's not the first Illyrian warrior.
And not saying that she's not cool in any way, but she also has, like, magic. Versus, like, these other girls besides Nesta don't have magic.
Yeah.
So it's such a, oh god. Sarah J. Maas, Queen. This is why her books mean so much.
Yes.
But anyway, one final test remaining, chapter 61. Go down the stairs the entire way. This monologue was so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Or this, what she's thinking here. She's like, she's going around and around, and every time she keeps saying, like, 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000. It's sprouted about in the monologue.
Of course, also among sex.
Yes. Well, because she's thinking about all the things that she's done.
Yes.
It's like, okay, so we passed the BloodRite, we cut the ribbon, but I'm going to keep training. She's excited to learn so much more because she knows that there's so much yet to learn. She's only just scraped the surface of this warrior thing. Mm-hmm. And so, why is it that they did not have a conversation about him leaving for five days, but then they immediately go into, I do not know why this, like, killed me when I read this again, but it's like, Nesta finally learns the difference between lovemaking and fucking.
Wow.
She's like, I didn't know there was such a wonderful difference. And then sometimes lovemaking can become fucking.
Wow. Yes, it can.
I'm crying. It's like someone who's been a whore for their whole and it's just like, wait, so you can actually have emotions and feelings and love for a person, but then also, like, fuck like rabbits? Yeah. I had no idea this existed.
Or you can anyway.
Oh, no, what were you gonna say? I'm scared. What were you gonna say?
I think I was getting it jumbled in the mind of, yeah, you can start off with fucking and then develop emotions.
I just love how during that section she's just like, okay, sometimes we'll, like, do it on the wall or do it and then sometimes we'll be in bed and we, like, switch beds and, it
started off as fucking and became tender, intense thing she called love me.
Again, I don't know if it's just, like, the descriptions, but, like, the fact that she says straddling him and impaling herself.
That is a very correct way of saying that, Nesta. But yes, that is basically what you're doing.
Why is this the way that I would describe my love life to you?
Oh yeah, by the way, last night I just impaled myself on him, Oh, sorry, I straddled him first, and then I impaled myself.
So, when I eventually have sex, I'm just gonna, like, bomb rush the room and just be like, I impaled myself last night.
Oh, would you look at that? I've been impaled.
Girl, I fucking hate you. Why would you do that to Olaf, man?
Sorry, Olaf. I'm sorry, Olaf. Forgive me.
Okay, so, my god, I just had to get over that because that was fucking hilarious. I wrote in my notes, I was like, cool, you finally learned that. Thumbs up. The alternate bedrooms is also a cute thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, that's so romantic.
And then sleeping wherever they ended up ending.
Ugh. Sleeping in a man's bed. Oh, dear God.
Sleeping with a partner. Oh, man.
Damn it. Sleeping with a partner, yeah, we wouldn't know what that's like. Yeah. Fuck you.
Slept with people, though, right?
Yes.
Not in the sexual context, but
yes, I've slept in the bed with men before.
Well, at least that's something I've never done.
I know.
I've never slept in a bed with a man.
Yeah, good for you.
Good for you. Anyway, moving on.
So I think this is also, like, a good when she talks about, again, as she's going down the stairs, she started to sing with Gwen at her services. And she learned the songs.
Nesta's singing? So it's going to be Gwen singing, and it's going to be Asriel singing, and it's going to be Nesta singing.
The new trio. She said she wasn't good, though. It's kind of like hymnal music.
Hymnal.
Hymnal music, whatever.
Hymnal.
Yes.
2 syllables, hymnal. But I feel like that is good because she can't be good at everything.
No.
She can't be good at dancing.
She's good at dancing, yeah. And so I loved this. She would not be mastered by anything again. She was the master of herself. And this person she was becoming, emerging into day by day, she might even like her. Oh.
I aspire to reach that point.
Anytime anyone says shit about Nesta in this book, I want them to read this quote. The fact that she, after this book, is like, I actually think I like the person I'm becoming.
Huh. You know what? I actually kind of like me.
God, that's so depressing. That is so depressing.
Yeah, to reach that.
And then as that happens, as she thinks that, she finally reaches the bottom.
Yay!
I also love how her mind stealing has become kind of second nature.
Yes.
That she's just learned it so well that it's like, okay, got it.
Got it.
I'm breathing.
All done.
It wasn't that easy. She's also had time to focus on it.
Yes.
She finally made it to the bottom without it being in a fit of rage.
She did it on her own without being propelled by anger.
And what she wanted all those months ago, right? She could go to any tavern, she could go to any place she wanted all those months ago at the beginning of the book. When she was just like, I'll make it to the bottom, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And then the thing is, she looks like she can go and nobody can stop her. But then she looks up back to the house where the Starfall party is and where Cassian is waiting for her.
As he had waited for her for years now.
Years. Oh my God, it
has been years.
God. Oh, I got lightheaded.
It's almost been 3 years since they first met.
That is a long, slow burn for one of these books. I'm not gonna lie. Also, Starfall. Starfall is just happening all of a sudden.
Starfall's back.
I forgot when Starfall was, but then I think back to Akamap and I was like, "Yep, it is around this time when spring's about to come."
Yeah,
she doesn't.
The equinox.
Yes, she doesn't need the alcohol or the taverns anymore.
She has Cassian. That's pretty intoxicating.
She has Cassian and her friends.
That's pretty intoxicating. She's gonna get high off life. She don't need extra men.
Yes. That's just when, you're fulfilled by your friends or what's important to you.
Yeah.
And then she began the climb up. And she makes it all the way down and back up. I was like, this girl does not need to...
20,000 steps?
Dear God.
In a couple hours?
That is too... Oh, and Cassian is in his Corley Finery. He's probably in a tux. I'm dead. If you guys know, a tux is my kryptonite. Or like a suit. A suit.
Yeah, he would wear a suit.
He wouldn't wear a tux. He wouldn't wear... Oh my God, he would be like Sanji. He wouldn't wear a tie. He would literally just wear the nice suit with
and it'd be slightly open, a couple buttons probably to reveal that beautiful chest of his.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Hot.
There we go. And she's back.
Yes, I'm back, actually. Also, what a passionate kiss. Because she just throws herself on him. And they have a sweet kiss. And he opened for her. The party has already started. Oh. But dude, she's literally about to fucking collapse. Because she sees more steps and then he scoops her up and oh my God, could you imagine them walking into that party with all those people there and then she's just cuddled up into him and he's oh my God. This is me. I want my guy to pick me up when we're going to a party and
although am I the only one thinking about the fact that she's all sweaty from just coming up and down the stairs and then she's going straight to the party after that?
Movie magic, yeah. Because she's not even anything finery. She said that she was in her Illyrian her Illyrian leathers. So she's not even in
once it. She's not in her finery.
And Cassian could give a shit less.
He's like, that ass looks good in those tight leathers.
That's my lady. Because they're both like that.
Yeah.
So romantic.
Cassian in the finery for once.
I know that we always talk. I don't know if because I've actually been telling that story as of recently about when I told you about why I started loving these books. About how I used to get made fun of. I think I said it in the first season, but I wanted to bring it up again. That these fae books were so beautiful to me because a guy who these fae creatures or vampires or whatever you want to insert is they didn't care about how somebody weighed. And they could just bridal carry them and whatever. It was all based on personality and how they what they thought was beautiful and weight was never a thing for them. If anything, they thought a woman who was bustier was more healthy in the sense of I don't want someone skinny. And especially with the vampire books when they want to suck your blood and shit, they're no, I want someone with suck
your blood. They
want someone with more blood. So they'll get somebody who's bigger.
Right.
So it's just going back to my original thought though about how anytime a guy in these books picks up his woman like that, I eternally cry.
And squeal.
And I'm about to almost cry now.
Oh.
Just because, like, saying, what I didn't say at the beginning was that I got made fun of a lot in school for being bigger, and that no guy would really ever be with me because I was so big, and that he couldn't bridal carry me or anything. And so then reading these books, I was like, oh, there's men that do this. Little old 18-year-old me. God, it's been so long ago.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll find you at the TikTok of all the beautiful men picking up plus women.
Oh, please do. So, also, yeah, this is better than last Starfall because she was fucking drunk.
Which means she's technically experienced 2 Starfalls.
Yeah, but she didn't remember the last one.
No.
Because I don't think she saw it. Like,
she was probably in a tavern somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Also, just gonna say, want to know who's at this party? Helion, Vivian, and Callius are at this party.
So there was so much drama about getting the High Lords together in Akawar, and now there's 2 more High Lords here.
Well, because it's like they're opening up Valaris to more people, and so this is the first time they've ever been to Valaris.
Yeah, and it's for Starfall.
So they're getting... So does that mean we're going to the Winter Court and the Winter Cold Solstice? Because I want to go there, bitch. I want to see it.
Reindeers, they pull it out.
And also, Vivian is pregnant! Wow, it's like her and Feyre are, like, mirroring each other.
Yeah. So, the Winter Court heir is gonna be... is gonna be friends with this child.
Will they fall in love? I doubt it. No, they're not gonna fall in love. I doubt it.
Not fall in love, but they're gonna be friends, because they'll be around the same age.
Oh, for sure.
Well, almost exactly the same age.
Yeah, that's sweet. There's always got to be one, right?
Yes.
Alliances really early on.
Very much.
I love this scene where she's watching the stars go by. Because again, this is her first solstice, or her first starfall, technically. So she's seeing all these, the stars go by.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't realize that such beauty existed in the world, that she might feel so wonder from it could hurt, like her body couldn't contain all of it. And she didn't know why she cried, but then the tears began rolling down her face. And now, I don't know about you guys, but I think we've all had that moment of, oh my god, I'm like very happy to be alive. There was I think for me, it was when we were like camping, when we were going to see all those sites, and specifically that first night, when we saw the moon crest over the mountain, and it was like we were so close to it, and we were looking, it was just like the view. I think I had that moment of like, oh my god, I'm like, there's so much beauty in the world, I'm so glad to be here, happy to be alive, sort of situation. I love that. That's probably like the first one that came to my mind.
Aww.
I also feel like Romantasy was that for me, of just how not only how fun it was, but just, I don't know, oh, I'm happy to be alive. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be here in this sense. You don't have to have one. I'm just saying, like, that's what I thought when writing them.
That's a good memory.
And this, I've been waiting for this to pop up forever. Nesta starts laughing very genuinely, and Amren comes up next to her. Fix it. They're gonna make up. I never thought I'd hear that sound from you, girl. And of course, she looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Diamonds galore. Varian is also here. I forgot to say, well, he's always here.
He's always there. They're like never apart now.
But I think, is this his first Starfall too?
I think so.
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah, because he wasn't there last year.
Did we even see it last year?
Akawar wasn't during that time. Akawar was after Starfall. Oh, sorry. You mean oh, sorry. I don't know. I don't know if he was at the Starfall before.
We don't know if he was at that one. There was a Starfall that we have not seen.
Yes.
In between the one with Faysand and this one.
And I do appreciate SGM's moment of Nesta, because she stuck out her hand to like touch the stardust, so she got the stardust on her cheeks, very similar to how recent Feyre did. She had her own way of getting the stardust on her face. Dude, she gets down on one knee and bows, apologizing to Amren.
Wow.
That took a lot. Everyone's looking at her like, putting. Also, Nesta, a very powerful person who they know is powerful, is bending to Amren.
Even Amren made a sound of surprise.
I did not.
Like, what?
A very genuine, I am sorry.
Yeah.
She's like, I treated you like garbage. You told me the truth and I didn't want to hear it. But losing your friendship is a loss I can't endure.
Oh.
So of course, Amren doesn't like emotion. So she's like tearing up, but the thing is, she's not. She kind of wants to like move. She's like, I saw what you did to the house, girl. She's like, you made the house.
The house sings.
It sings. She made it. She made it come alive. Again, that was like, it wasn't necessarily confirmed before, but Amren's basically confirming it for us.
And what I found interesting was the fact that she said, when I spoke to it, it answered. Has she tried speaking to it before? And how did it answer? I mean, it gave her a pile of romance novels.
And I think like necessarily not in words, but it didn't answer in words, but it answered in action.
Right.
I mean, they've been up to this house a lot. Like, this is part of their court. It's been a part of their court. They've been up to it so many times, but they haven't been up to it since.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense.
You caused this house to come alive, girl.
Because she's like,
made the house.
Because she's like, what did you want when you first got here? What did you ask for or like wish for? She's like, a friend. Deep down, I wanted a friend. So you made one.
Is that how it works?
Well, with Nesta's powers, yeah, sure, hell, yeah, it works like that. I love this. She's like, but my power only does good or only does bad. Why? But the house is good. She's like, is it? That's the key, isn't it? To know the darkness will always remain, but how you choose to face it, handle it, that's the important part. To not let it consume, to focus upon the good, the things that will fill you with wonder. The struggle with the darkness is worth it just to see such things. That was going to be our other quote, but like...
41,000 people have highlighted that on Kindle.
Really?
That's what it says.
What a beautiful metaphor of Amren telling us as the audience to like be aware of your darkness and be aware of your flaws.
And that the darkness is worth it in the end.
To also, well, she's also saying like the light at the end of the tunnel is worth it.
Yeah.
Like in the sense of it's okay to know that your darkness exists and that you have like these things, but being aware and not letting it consume you makes your relationship, your friends, your family, all just more worth it in the end because you're fighting it every day for them and for yourself. So I just love this metaphor. This is again why SJM is my god tier. Another example of how much her metaphors mean in the grand scheme of self-discovery. Because then, of course, Nesta finds Cassian in the crowd and his laughter is a light, a song. I mean, I've been in relationships before. I will say that when I see my man smile or laugh, like, I don't think I've ever felt this level of it's a song, but it definitely makes me light up.
Oh.
Romance. But I think it's the last thing that got me. It was, welcome back to the Night Court, Nesta Archeron.
You're no longer trapped at this house.
You are welcomed back, specifically by Amren.
Yes.
Rhys has not yet, I think, forgiven her. But they'll all have their moment of forgiveness, I think.
Yeah.
I think everyone besides Rhys has forgiven her. Because I think Mor in her own way has too, because of priestesses.
Right. She's like, thank you for helping the priestesses.
I think so. And then, of course, chapter 62, spring has dawned.
We're finally back to spring again, huh?
Well, we're not back to spring, but yes, we're like, I was making a joke because they can't go to spring anymore to rendezvous.
Oh. Yeah.
They gotta go elsewhere. So nothing in these few months have happened with Brielle and her Baron, but that's not gonna last. Oh. These are the last 100 pages. This ain't gonna be good. Now, I was so hype about this before like the Eris scene. This is an omen. I forgot that this was here, but I want to say it verbatim.
Yes.
The mood hadn't been helped by a rare red star blasting across the sky one day. An ill omen, the priestesses muttered. And Cassian reported that even Rhys was rattled by it. Now, you do not know this, but for my Game of Thrones friends, I have no idea if this is the case, but when Daenerys I don't want to say she resurrected, but she went into the pyre with her stone egg dragons. Because the thing is, what happened in Game of Thrones was her dragons were stone. They weren't alive. Like, so you couldn't hatch them. That's the thing. They've been turned to stone for centuries. She went into the funeral pyre and she came out unhurt. So she's like a like she's the mother of dragons. She can't get burned.
Got it.
And so when the dust clears, well, she's naked, but like the thing is, it's the image of the dragons coming around her being born. Wow. So they were stone. They weren't supposed to ever live, but because this happened, like she did. And so the next episode, a red star blasts across the world. And so everyone in the Game of Thrones world had a different reason for it. So, because again, it's kind of like the Throne of Glass thing where there's different events happening at different places in the world. Yeah. And so everyone had their own idea about what this omen was. Some people were saying, oh, this means that the Lannisters are going to win, or this means that, Ned Stark and the Starks are going to win. Then there was one person who was on their side of the world that said, that's not what that means. That means dragons have come back. It is so fucking epic. And I wonder what caused this. Because the thing is, obviously, I don't think there's dragons in this world. But my question is, what came about in the world to make this happen? Something happened behind the scenes, and I have a theory, but I can't tell you. I'm sorry.
All right, so move on.
But I'm saying, like, besides of what I think, it's important to bring up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what happened in the world for that to cause it. Did something get born? Is something gonna predestined happen? I mean, I'm just saying in the Game of Thrones reference, something got birthed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or something happened for that to get caused. It's not like an omen for something to pass. It's already happened. And it's just warning everybody that it happened.
Interesting.
So, I don't know, but I think it would be something good in the comments for you to see if, like, what you think.
I've seen a red star.
You have, like, storing a cross like that?
A red shooting star one time.
Is there any, like, does, like, normal people have an omen for that? Or is it just...
Do us normal people? I don't know.
Is a red star good? I would think not.
I don't know. I mean, usually, in scientific, I'm pretty sure it means that meant it was, like, much closer and it was coming in way too hot. Or not hot enough.
Well, yeah, because isn't red... Yeah, red is close.
Red is close, but it's not the hottest, because obviously, like, hotter is, like, blue and
violet
white and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was close, but it wasn't coming in super hot.
I took a physics.
Yeah, we took
I know the heat signatures, but, like, yeah, so that means it was really close, but not, yes.
Yeah, so I have no idea if that has any omens for that, but I only saw it one time and I thought I, like, didn't see it.
But it's definitely important because that was a Game of Thrones thing for sure. I was like, shit, I got really excited.
I don't know what happened in the world to cause that one, but, like...
It's important. It's something is happening. Also for Game of Thrones, it was like, dragons had been gone for centuries. So this is also saying that this is, like, a new age. This is a new era. Like, so that was, like, in the Game of Thrones reference, it was like, dragons are among us again. So that means something ancient is among them again. I don't know what it is, and I can't, like, put my finger on it, but anyway, moving on. Because they also don't have a way to say Feyre.
2 months away.
She's 2 months away, and it's bad. They still don't have a way to save her. The Valkyrie training is still going on, and Nesta's kind of starting to think, like, are we ever gonna, like, go into combat, or is this all just gonna be simulation? Like, are we ever gonna get thrown in?
Well, war is going to come again.
And you guys you need to be ready, so...
It's better to, like, just keep preparing and, like, be prepared for the day it comes, rather than be like, I want to fight.
Yeah. So Eris sent Nesta a letter summoning both her and Cassian to the middle. Because, again, we can't meet in spring anymore. And yeah, she finally sees Under the Mountain. She's never seen it.
Yeah.
She went to the middle, but she didn't see Under the Mountain. They're, like, right by it.
Right.
Big lore alert. This is important. Dot your calendar. Dot your I's. Whatever the fuck. This is important what he says.
Dot your I's and cross your T's.
Yes, I forgot the other one. Eris, what he says here. There are 3 sister peaks. Under the Mountain, Prison, and Ramiel. Same bald, barren mountains with underground palaces beneath them. But no one has ever been inside Ramiel. So Eris is wondering what is under Ramiel, or if there is another palace in Ramiel.
Right.
100%. There's totally a palace.
There's gotta be.
100%.
Or if not a palace, like, there's maybe, like, I think we've talked about in theory episodes before, that there's maybe potentially a tomb or something. Mm-hmm. So it's like, there's, like, this core sacred meeting place under the mountain. Supposedly sacred now. The prison under the prison.
The prison under the prison.
Yeah.
Yes.
The prison in the prison.
I mean, technically that is the island that it's called, so I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. And then under Ramiel, at least I think that it could be like a tomb.
Well, it's interesting because there's so many mountains in this book. There's the House of Wind, there's the Hewn City Mountain, and then there's these 3 mountains.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the 3 ones that are specifically all bald, but... And apparently, as Eris says here, is that they were all ancient built.
Yeah.
Almost like they were handmade. Because they seem like man-made mountains. Because why are they bald?
Right. But, well, I won't go too much into detail about it. But I will say, because of, like, what Reese described as, like, the stone on top of Ramiel, I think that could be, like, a gravestone. Type thing. And
for Anelius?
Yeah. So it's like maybe Anelius's, I forgot his name. Anelius's, like, tomb is underground.
No, we need to remind the audience. Anelius is the first Illyrian warrior.
Yeah.
He was, like, the first Illyrian badass.
Which would make sense why his tomb would be, like, at the mountain where the rite happens. And
yeah, because he was the one who, like, made it.
Yeah. And the passive Anelius?
Well, we haven't got there. I mean, we will get into that specifically in the end chapters for sure, because, like, again, what happens? But yeah, so Eris needs to tell us that Baron has gone to the continent, and he won't talk about it with Eris about what happened or what he talked about. Baron knows. Baron knows that Eris is a spy.
He has to.
He has to. and he's just not telling him.
He's too paranoid at this point anyway.
He's playing the long game. I forgot that they didn't, since we found the harp so long ago, I forgot that, like, Eris didn't know about that.
Yeah.
And now, of course, he thinks that the Night Court is planning a hostile takeover of the courts because they have two powerful weapons. He's just scared. He's like, now he's saying everything under the sun to be like, oh, so you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, right? Yeah, like, you damn us all, whatever.
Yeah.
He's just freaking out. Damn, he lost this one.
He did.
He lost this against Cassian.
Good for Cassian.
He has been paying attention.
Yeah.
Hot. Dude, even Nesta's like, damn, can he, like, bring that voice to the bedroom?
Need the heroics to the
me with my future boyfriend, I was like, can you say it in Cassian's voice?
So, like, here's Cassian. Here's John Fertullo. Can you pretend to sound like him?
Can you mimic this voice? Or just
show the graphic audio. Like, this is what Cassian sounds like. Can you make the sound?
Or can you just play Cassian in the bedroom for me? It's like... Of course, Eris is worried that if they have all the trove items, like, dude, the Night Court is already powerful as fuck, even without those items. Mm-hmm. But they have Nesta, they have the new trove, they have the old trove. Holy fuck, they're gonna be they're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Which is playing into more, if you want to read or if you want to listen to our episodes about this, about Rhys being the High King. It's totally favoring that, for sure. Well, and of course, he's worried about if they pursue the crown, what's gonna happen.
Right.
Because he's like, if you guys get caught, our whole thing is gone. And he's worried about himself. Like, he has no leverage now. Nesta, he was so desperate to get Nesta because at least she would be some sort of leverage to have
some sort of power, at least
to have in his corner. But now, like, they're so much more powerful than him that he doesn't even know what to do.
Yeah,
even with his little dinky ass dagger.
It's still a maid dagger. Let's not forget that.
It is, but it's also not his. It's supposed to be Nesta's. Also, Cassian's doing such a great job of bluffing and pushing his buttons.
Yes,
he's like, oh, we're not gonna do anything to you, Eris. But of course, Rhys always has his secrets. So they tell Eris that his, kind of subtly, again, they don't say this, but that his maid dagger would protect him from, like, the crown's thrall. Mm-hmm. Or, like, just but that's not proven, my man. That is not proven and or been tested. No. The only reason Nesta is immune to that shit is because she's maid. I do not think that these guys would be immune even if they had a maid item on them.
Right, because it's not actually attached to them.
Mm-mm. So I think that's a definite miss in judgment there. They assume it will, but I'm going to assume it doesn't. Mm-hmm. And of course, we get the official Nesta turning down Eris's offer.
Yes.
She's like, I don't think we need you anymore, actually, so...
The court won't need you after all. Neither will I. And
it's sad because I actually feel sad for him here.
Yeah.
He's like, my proposal was genuine. He's like, I actually thought that you were thinking about marrying me. Oh... Well, I thought you were going to marry more too, and then let's see what happens, so.
Right.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I mean, I think his offer was sincere, but I mean, we've been over this. You can't win against a bad boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Eris.
We said that about Lucian against Azriel, and now, unfortunately, it's Eris against Cassian.
You can't win. I'm sorry. And Nesta is so proud of him. And then he's kind of confused. Cassian says, he's like, wait, you like me like that? She's like, well, I wouldn't want you like that forever.
But
we
could throw that into our bag of tricks in the bedroom.
What even would his courtier voice be? Just him just being like, I don't even know what that would mean. Like,
I think they called it like cold and distant.
Yeah.
Combination of boredom and cruelty.
Boredom can kind of be sexy if it's done in the right way.
Nonchalance.
Oh my god. I just love how they're both having moments of being proud of each other.
Yes.
She's like, oh, so you were listening. He's like, but then he turns cute again. He turns, he's like, I think I did my I will slay my enemies look really well. And she's like, you did. I'm proud of you, babe.
I just love how he gives her names for the look. I'm like,
yeah.
Then actually tells her this time of like, I pretended I was you. I think I got the I will slay my enemies down, look down. Or I will slay my enemies, look down.
Had a stroke.
Did I say look down, look down?
Yes, you did. But then, of course, they're flying in the sky. I had a lot of moments of remembrance. Like, remember when Nesta hated flying?
Yes.
But of course, with Cassian in her arms, it's still wonderful.
She hated flying with Rhys.
Yeah, but to be fair,
Rhys
like, he also, he did not make it fun. And this is so, again, it's gonna go to shit really quickly, but they're walking down the street hand in hand in the forest. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I love some good hand-holding PDA. Because I loved because like, especially in high school, because I didn't really have a relationship in high school, it was always like you knew people were together because they were like, you didn't hold hands if you weren't in a relationship with somebody. And we all had some kind of like bullshit social rules, but basically that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that was pretty much the same.
Like holding hand in hand is like a way to say this person's with me. And they're like interlaced fingers and everything. And I love some good domestic hand holding.
Yes, I love it.
He's like, I thought we'd walk for a bit. She's like, it gave me some ideas. And then he kisses her in front of everyone.
Aww.
He's like, well, it gave me some ideas. He pushes himself up into her like she can feel him hard or whatever. She's like, oh, yeah, I definitely know. Nesta has never been really into PDA too much.
She's always been modest and personal or private.
I think a kiss is fine if it's like kind of like a peck, but a full-blown we're gonna be up body to body is maybe something she's not comfortable with.
Yeah.
In front of just a bunch of randos. I think if she was more comfortable with the streets of Valaris, maybe she would feel like that. But he's like, I want people to know that we share a bed.
Which is a sweet sentiment.
So being public.
Yes. But that's kind of the thing. You need to talk about that first, bud.
Yeah, before we just like go down in the streets and show off. I understand where he's coming from. Because there's a lot of guys who are like, I want to share my lady. And it's very romantic. Because he's not trying to do it in a braggart way. I went, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he says, does it undermine my image as a warrior to be with you? Does it undermine it when she's with Reese? But Feyre isn't really a warrior, though. Like, I mean, she is, but she's not.
Right.
Not the same way Nesta's a warrior. This is bullshit. I'm gonna call this this is just classic miscommunication. Classic just people, not even just miscommunication, but people getting really heated.
Yeah.
And saying things they don't mean.
Yeah. Especially because they didn't do their mating frenzy.
No, they're frustrated.
Yeah.
It's different for Reese and Feyre because they're mates. I legit think she didn't know.
Yeah, because no one explained it.
I think she had an inkling, but it's not until he says it that she's like, oh shit, we are.
Yeah.
But not an oh shit, it's with you. Like, he's misunderstanding what she's upset about. And
then it starts off getting bad where it's like, because they're mates and you don't want us to be. It's like, uh-oh. It's
like, okay, I will say when she says the BS about how, like, mates meant nothing her whole life, but now it's a word or whatever. I think part of that's genuine, like, mates didn't mean anything to her for a long time. But I think that's just her BS explanation for what she actually feels. I think she's just saying that because that's her, it's like she's reverting. That's her go-to. Yeah. She's like, oh, well, I'm human, da-da-da, like, what? This is literally just her classic line.
She hasn't been here for a while, but yeah, she's reverting.
She is afraid that once they come down from this bubble that they've made at the House of Wind, that she's going to drag him and drag herself back into that dark place.
Yeah. And
she's going to revert. And then this is all going to be for naught. Oh, and he's taking it so wrong. Yeah. He's taking it so wrong, baby. What spooked you? Like, just talk to me. Say it. Ask me why I vanished for nearly a week after solstice. Why I suddenly had to do an inspection right after holiday.
And he answered before she can even ask.
Because I woke up and wanted to fuck you for a week straight.
And he knew what, but the thing is, he says, I knew what that meant. She didn't.
No,
she had no idea what that meant. And he acknowledges that.
He said he realized it from the moment they kissed in the stairwell, all the way back at the beginning. Of course. He didn't want to scare her. I understand where he was coming from and initially feeling like that. Yeah. Like, he didn't want to scare her. Whatever. She's in her Uber, I guess. 12:34. Okay. He didn't want... I understand where he's coming from. He didn't want to say, hey, we're mates, by the way.
And, like, whatever, like, connection that would entail. Like, maybe he didn't want to spook her then.
But him leaving away for 5 days, I think a little too much.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is some Cassian growth as well. Because he's telling her how he feels in the moment. Instead of just kind of letting it go. But again, he's getting very worked up. Yeah. So that's where, like, the badness is coming in. It's like, I get that you want to say your feelings, babe, but you are saying shit that you don't mean. Yeah. What became unbreakable on solstice night? I'm your mate, for fuck's sake. You are my mate. Why are you still fighting it? You promised me forever on solstice. Why is one word throwing you off that? The whole part of her saying that her humanity's gone away, that she's going to be one of you, it's like, we know that that's not true.
Yeah.
We know that that's fucking BS.
But at the same time, I do understand if, like, while she is moving on and she's happy moving on from humanity, that can be scary, being like, wait, so, like, that's, like, my final toe on the edge of humanity is, like, slipping.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. But I think she's already moved past that. I think she's just giving that BS explanation because she's just scared.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, just trying to say, though, I'm going to be one of you now. It's like, no, she is now.
Yeah.
And everyone's fully aware she is. But she's also just using that again.
Right.
Damn.
And then, oh, no.
The worst thing he probably could have said.
It's like,
do you want to say it?
Well, it's like I thought you wanted to be one of us. I don't know what I want. I didn't have a choice. Well, I didn't have a choice in being shackled to you either.
I just slapped my forehead.
Shackled.
And all of her insecurities about feeling like that, when he'd never said it before, all just come flooding into her.
I mean, and that was what Reese was worried about too. He didn't want to be like shackled to her or shackle Feyre to him. And then just the fact that Cassian immediately knows and like sucks in a breath, it's like, that was an incredibly poor choice of words. But the truth, right?
That's how you knew a man fucked up. Because the thing is that any woman will take that and run.
Yeah.
She will use that forever. Remember when you said I was a shackle?
Yeah.
It's like, dear God, I didn't even mean to say that. This is a classic relationship problem.
And he's trying to fix it now of like, no, I was angry. It's not true.
It's like, why? Your friends, the mating bond made you stupidly blind to it. How many times they warn you away from me? But here's the part where Nesta has emerged better.
Yes, she's matured.
The thing that she would have done was she would have said something back at him very pointedly and fall back into the old habit of hurting him back.
Yeah.
But instead, in a very good use of the favor, by the way.
Yes. Which, reminder, he still owes her a favor.
They still owe her
from the very first training day.
I was wondering when this would come back, but I didn't think it'd be used like this.
Yeah, no.
The exact words. I'm calling in my favor. I want you to leave. Go up to the House of Wen for the night. Do not speak to me until I come talk to you or until a week has passed. The week should have been my first clue about what was...
Yeah.
It should have been. And the thing is, he tries to reach out to her, but the magic is pulling him back.
Yeah.
It's so sad, because he's trying to reach for her like, I'm sorry, but then he has to go away.
Because magic.
The tattoo on her back faded. Because that's it. When the bond is done, it fades.
Yeah.
So, you know what happens when you have a falling out or when you have a problem with your man? Impromptu sleepover.
Of course. And not at your house. At your friend's house.
Did they go to Emery's house, dude? Do you think that they would have winnowed into the House of Win? They wouldn't have been able to. Mm-mm. I don't think so. Why the fuck did they have to go to Emery's house? I'm sorry. I mean, I love Emery, but this just caused the certain chain of events.
Yeah. Also, why is it Moore who's always winnowing away the female?
This is Nesta's version of the cabin.
More just winnowing away the female that whenever there's a fight like this.
Honestly, well, because isn't she the only one who can winnow besides Feyre? Well, and Feyre can't winnow anymore, and she's not going to ask Reese.
Asriel has his weird winnowing powers,
but he's like, no, he's working. And Moore's here. It's right after Starfall, so she's here. It always has to be her. I agree. That's funny. But like, yeah, this is Nesta's version of the cabin.
Yeah.
Going away.
This time she's not alone, though.
But Moore winnowed her. No questions asked.
Yep.
Dude, the fact that she broke down and cried to Emery, that was some progress. I was like, holy shit. Because the thing is, Nesta has never had somebody to break down and cry to. Because like the thing is, her whole problem with Cassian and like her relationships beforehand was she had no one to go to. Mm-hmm. To kind of like get her thoughts out and then be like, you spoke out in anger. I'm going to go talk to him tomorrow. They didn't have that level. And then, of course, while she's breaking down, Moore comes back and guess who's with her?
Yeah.
Gwen.
Wow.
Gwen, knowing that her friend was in trouble, her first time outside of the library comes to Illyria.
That's a big step.
Some things are more important than fear. Oh, that's so good. But she's like, please don't remind me because I think I'm gonna vomit. Damn.
That's also accurate.
And the first time she comes out of the library, what has to happen to her?
Of course.
That's actually kind of upsetting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Why? So they had dinner, and hot cocoa.
Oh.
Talked about it. It's kind of perfect. Emery has like 3 bedrooms for them.
Yeah. She just happens to have 3 bedrooms.
She did live with her brother and her dad in this place, so
Right.
it kind of makes sense. Tomorrow, she would tell Cassian everything about how worried about the future she was, but how she knows, oh god, this is such a good, as long as she had Cassian at her side, her friends with her, she could do it. Face it. They wouldn't let her fall back into that pit. Cassian would never let her fall again. But if she did, he'd be waiting for her at the top again, hand outstretched. Oh my god, that is so romantic and beautiful. The fact that she's like, no, my friends and my boyfriend, my mate, will not let me fall back into the dark place again. But if I do,
they'll be there waiting.
They will be there waiting for me.
They'll help me out of the hole. They'll help fill it back in, and they'll help pull me higher.
My god. Dude, I'm legit and about to cry. That's beautiful. There's nothing else to say.
Should we have a crying moment?
A crying moment on camera? No, I'll have it off camera.
Just make ourselves have tears running down our face.
Do the Korean thing where we put eye drops.
But you can't cry on command.
No, I can, but in genuine crying, it kind of happens randomly. God damn it. Have such an intimate romantic scene and then mail sent. That's not Cassian, Reese, or any male I know. Who is this?
That's not Azrael.
I also, oh my god. And of course she hears Gwen screaming and then this shocked me. I'm gonna tell the audience, this shocked me. Mm-hmm. I did not think this is where this ending was going. I thought there was gonna be some epic fight with Briellen and they were gonna go to the continent or something.
Yeah.
And it'd be like that. I did not think they would be put in the BloodRite. Nothing. Did not even think about that. Anytime I reread this book, I'm like, it's right there, hinting at us the entire time. Why'd they bring up the BloodRite so much? Why did they bring up how to survive it, what they did, how to survive in the woods? Basically, they get chloroformed. What, like a thing to their face?
Yeah, a cloth over their
face.
Blocking their nose and their mouth.
It sounded, because then like Cassian says something about it being like a tranquilizer to bring down an elephant or something.
Right.
They have elephants in this world? Is it? Did he bring that up? I don't remember.
I don't know.
He said there's an animal or something.
It was like a train for sure.
Knock out a horse. That was what I was like, there are not elephants in this world.
No.
So yes, then we get to chapter 63, which is very short. It's all in Cassian's POV.
Yeah.
Apparently Nesta's bargain was so open-ended that there was a loophole. She said, okay, you have to go to the House of Wind for the night. So it wasn't as specific as...
He wasn't stuck in the House of Wind for the entire week.
Yes. And so he learned from Moore that they were at Emery's house, and he asked Reese to winnow them up to Windhaven the next morning. Very similar to Reese when Cassian's talking about his mating bond. Mm-hmm. He said that he felt it when she was human.
Yeah.
God, which makes me, again, we can't go into it, but like, that makes me have so many questions.
Yes.
I was like, if Lucian met Elaine before she was human, would he have had the same reaction?
Yeah.
Or what is it?
When she was human.
Yeah, like, yeah. What is it specifically about these sisters that they had the mating bond before they were even? Which again leads into your look back at our mini episodes for more of that. But yes, he does say that. He does, like Reese, say that he felt it when she was human. And you know how much this means to me. The fact that he said he wasn't scared of her ever, and that he wasn't ever like felt like he was shackled to her, but he was scared of her rejecting him.
Yeah.
Because of how much he felt for her. He's like, no, we're gonna have this out. I'm gonna apologize. He's also like moved the fact that Gwen even showed up. She's like, to brave the outside world for her. But he also feels bad that like she had to do so. Yeah. In a way, he's kind of blaming himself for this, for what's to happen. Mm-hmm. Which sucks, because it's not. I feel like they would have found some way to get them in there. Because that was the whole plan. Yeah. So it was just more convenient that they were at Emery's house. Reese senses they're not there. Cassian breaks into the place, runs to where he smells Nesta. And yes, a tranquilizer to bring down a horse. There was some struggle, blood, all the good things. Mm-hmm. Illyrians only possess the power to winnow one night of the year. And he said that. Yeah. He said that super early on, too. Yep. And I was like...
I really appreciate that it's male blood, specifically, which means they fought back.
And it wasn't her blood.
Yeah, which is good, because going into the right with being injured, I mean, there are already going to be females in the right.
Mm-hmm. Reese asked Devlin, he confirmed everything. The BloodRite began at midnight, and the girls forced participants.
Snatched from their beds.
Oh my... I thought this bitch was supposed to be voluntary. I thought this whole rite was supposed to be voluntary. Like, why is this happening to them?
I feel like once you've completed a qualifier, and we were talking about this pre-recording, but like, I feel like, personally, that once you've completed a qualifier, that doesn't doesn't matter which one it is. Once you've completed a qualifier, then you're automatically added to like the list of like, okay, you're getting knocked out and brought into the right.
Which I think is such a sort of a loophole.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be voluntary sign up. Like, why would they... Devlin.
But it's like voluntary to take the qualifier, I think, is what it should have been.
But wouldn't Cassian and Azrael know that? They would know that.
Yes, but maybe they also just didn't assume that, like...
I think there's more to it than... I'm not, like... Yeah. I guess I'm disagreeing with you in the sense of I'm thinking, like, you actually have to sign up for it.
I mean, maybe, like, Devlin was like... And this is just theory, because we don't actually know. Mm-hmm. But, like, maybe Devlin went back to the camp and he was, like, ranting about it. Of, like, yeah, those 3 passed the qualifier. And then it's like, oh, let's get back at Cassian.
I mean, it's definitely petty.
Yeah.
Whoever did this, whoever, like, decided to add them to the right...
Yeah.
Like, did it because they were trying to show them up.
Right.
Or at least what they perceive as trying to show them up. But this is 10 out of 10 writing right here. Of, like, setting this up for the whole book, but not really. Because, like, again, the reason that they were talking about the BloodRite so much was because they were talking about becoming warriors. And that is the Illyrian way of becoming a warrior. So it makes sense why it was suddenly there, but we never saw it.
Yep.
And this is what makes it such an amazing ending. I said this on my on the phone with my mom the other day. I was reminiscing to Liesl about when we first read this together, because my mom and I read this together when it came out, and oh my god, this was so good. I was like, I am hyped. I was like, there is not much book left to go. I was like, what is going to happen? This is so late in the game.
Hang on, where we just stopped? That is almost exactly 100 pages left. Go.
That is insane.
649 out of 758.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we move on. Part 4, Ataraxia.
Officially starting the last bits of the...
What's so funny is I did think that the Valkyrie one was the last part, and then I remembered I was like, oh, fuck, it's not. Yeah. So there's more.
Yeah,
so we
forgot that too.
We don't know what it means yet,
mm-hmm.
but like, I hope it's something badass.
Hopefully.
It's kind of like a finale of sorts, right?
Yeah.
So, badass like we talked about. Nesta just waking up groggily. I forgot they were in a nightgown. That pissed me off, I feel like, right at the top of this, way more than anything else.
Yeah, because Emery gave them nightgowns when they were, like, having their girls' night.
Forgot about that.
I mean, at least they were not stripped.
Well, and these are Fae nightgowns too.
That's
like, this isn't like a normal, how do I say, modern day nightgown where it's, some people wear, I mean, I wear a bra as a nightgown, or like under my nightgown sometimes, but this is a traditional nightgown, like where there's no underwear, there is no bra, like it is literally just a slip.
No undergarment.
That is fucking insane.
It's just a cover.
And the fact that this is all Hunger Games in the sense of they're human now, in all of their, which we'll talk about. Also, why did I have the real human moment of being like, God damn, they're going to get a UTI after this?
Ugh, Brady.
I don't know why that was my first thought, but anyway.
I mean, so I didn't really watch this show much growing up, thank goodness. But there was this show, you may have heard of it, called Naked and Afraid.
Oh, good God. Yes.
I didn't really watch it much, because it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, like, that's definitely what I was thinking of going into this part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, having to survive and, like, walking around naked. And
it's not even fun. It's all censored.
True. That's what you're thinking?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I know it's on TV, but I was just like, there's not even anything fun watching this. It's all censored. Like, you'd think that if there would be some element to see, right? I'd be seeing, I want an HBO version of Naked and Afraid.
I mean, hey, I almost saw, like, some gay sex happening on one episode.
Oh my God, amazing.
It was, like, 2 straight guys, though, and, like, they were cuddling for warmth, and then it was, like, the guy got, like, an erection, and the other guy woke up and was like, what the fuck, man? Why are you rubbing into my ass?
No homo, right?
No homo. Except it's, like, just for warmth, man.
Yes. So she's on the ground, passed around a bunch of male bodies. Like, this is like hundreds she's describing here. And I was like, I guess I forgot how many, like, this is the BloodRite for everyone, not just for, like, one clan.
Not just for Lord Devlin's camp.
Yeah. So she wakes up before everyone else, which is very much a thing that is questioned throughout this whole thing, this whole section on why that is.
How did she wake up?
Is it because she's maid? Is it because she's not Illyrian?
Is it because she's woman?
Maybe.
Sorry, female.
Well, because I'll bring that up later. There's so much to talk about, so I don't want to, like, but so, yes, they're in the BloodRite, officially.
Wow.
And she has no connection to her power. Even though she is maid, somehow this ancient magic is tempering her own maid powers.
Yeah.
which that scared me because I was like, oh shit. Her out of anybody, I would think, would have the, an advantage when going into that. But
I mean, thank fuck she's been training.
Which is exactly what this whole thing is. Ooh, this is literally, in a way, we are seeing how the Bat Boys survived their BloodRite, but we're just seeing it through the new sisters' perspective.
Right.
Because it's like, it's happening exactly the same way. Like, they all got separated at each camp, separated so that they wouldn't get together.
Which, coming back to what we said earlier in this episode of, like, them basically being foils of the Bat Boys.
Yes. And not only them getting trained, but Cassian specifically training Nesta about survival techniques.
Yes.
Because the fact, like I said, that they're able to, that their Fae bleeding or their Fae healing is not as, it's literally like they're humans.
Right.
Which, if we all remember Hunger Games, gonna be making so many fucking references to this in there.
Yeah.
Is that was like the one cause of death. Like, it wasn't even water, it wasn't even starvation, it was literally, it was water and starvation, but...
It was survival stuff.
Yeah, stuff that you wouldn't think about that would cause worse than a knife.
Happened to bleed out because they got a small cut on their wrist, or sometimes it was starvation or water, or eating the nightshade berries, like survival instincts,
eating the poisonous fruit. I said it backwards. I was saying that you'd think that getting killed by somebody else would be the thing that you would have to fear the most, but it was actually you surviving out in the woods.
Yeah,
that's really the crazy part. So obviously she's having all these like, oh my god, shit. Emery and Gwen. Let's again reiterate, this is her first time outside of the library, and she got thrown into one of the deadliest competitions on the continent.
Surrounded, in Prithian, and maybe on the continent, you don't know. Surrounded by males.
Who also very much heavily in this want to rape them. Yeah. Which is like fucked.
Because of their toxic masculinity and sexism.
Gross.
So this is not good.
So I will say it's kind of funny that this fucking poor Illyrian beginning here. Oh, and let's not forget, this fucking competition is already rigged.
Yes.
There is a knife sticking out of the tree.
Which, if we remember from what Rhys and Cassian and Azriel told, they're not allowed to have weapons. They're not allowed to have anything other than the clothes on their back, and their wings are bound.
Yes.
And no magic. Well, they didn't.
Well, and even later, I mean, it's such a small thing, I'll bring it up here, like, they even gave him water canteens.
It's like, what?
I was like, the fuck? I was like, also, imagine whoever gave this to him that they thought so little of them as warriors that they'd die by not having water.
It's like, here, you guys don't know how to find your own water, so here's this. Now go, you better win. If you don't,
you need sad. All of this to actually do better than
you guys need help to defeat these women.
Well, and my first question was, does this have to do with them? Or is this just a rigged... I mean, obviously, 1 + 2 = you know what I mean? Right. Like, the fact that this is rigged while also at the same time having seemingly the first women to ever enter this competition being rigged right from the start automatically makes me think it had to do with them.
It probably did, but, like, at the same time, it's like, I mean, I guess there has been, like, confusion descent, like, in the Illyrian camps, so, but there was no sign of, like, previous years of there being any rigging, so why is it happening now?
It totally has to do with Nesta and or, like, the fact that this Illyrian, they really wanted this group of 3 to not win.
Mm-hmm. They really wanted these 3 to die.
Which makes me want them to win ever so more.
Of course, they're the underdogs in a way. Although they're kind of not.
So this is where and I will say, when I read this the first time, I wasn't really fond of. This was maybe the first time that I was ever like in an SJM book where I was, It goes back and forth perspectives, like almost like a fucking movie. In a really bad, when you're getting to a really good part of a scene and then cut to commercial.
Right.
Cassian's, what has happening to him is like the equivalent of going to commercial.
Wow. I can't believe you just took Cassian into a commercial.
I know, and I'm so sorry, babe, but like what you're doing is so fucking boring right now compared to what is happening to the girls. It's literally like the Hunger Games. It's like they're watching them, but then it's like, okay, we gotta cut back to the fucking Capitol people.
Or it cuts to Gale.
Oh my god! Watching
the kiss scene and then cuts to Gale.
It's like,
go back to the kiss scene.
Him working so hard in those mines, still fuck him. Fuck him. He killed her sister.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Spoilers.
Yeah, sorry. Spoilers if you've never watched The Hunger Games. Or read them. So then, of course, we switch over to Cassian's POV. Everyone's at Emery's house. So, like, Pharaoh, Rhys, Amren, Azriel, Moraz, and Valahan. And they're scrambling. Cassian cannot breathe. His mate, his lady, has been taken. And his friends. So while we don't really hear what else is going, he just says, I'm going after them. And again, he did bring this up, but Rhys reminds us and the audience that it is against the law to pull anyone out. Not only will the person that they took out get killed, they will also get killed themselves.
Right.
So what is the fucking point of taking them out if you're both death sentence anyway?
That's true.
And apparently, these laws are so ancient that Rhys cannot break them.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it might be a loophole because they'd have to go in voluntarily, right? Because if they didn't go in voluntarily, are they really supposed to be there?
Right.
But I don't think the magic gives a shit about that.
No.
I think they just got in it, and so it's okay. You're in it.
You're just in it now.
So Rhys can't change anything. So this is also where shit hits the fan as well. Azriel tells us that Eris got himself captured. Fucking idiot.
Dumbass.
Now I wonder how that went down. I was like, was he snooping and then Baron turned him in? Because I don't think we ever get what really happened, even by the end of this.
Right.
So I'm interested to see what happened to him. Because basically it says that Braelyn captured him, used his own soldiers, and brought Eris to Braelyn to the continent. And now it's on Cassian and Azriel to go get him. Obviously, Cassian does not give a fuck about Eris when it comes to trying to get Nesta out. But here's the thing. We can't go. Rhys and Feyre cannot. So everyone now learns the price of their romantic idiocy.
Yeah, finally they're learning it in this ridiculous moment.
That if one dies, the other dies. And that's what they didn't know is like, even though Cassian and Azriel love Feyre, the fact that Feyre and the babe would die, but then Rhys would be by himself, like that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But having them all die
would be terrible.
Is upsetting.
They'd lose the entire royal family, basically.
Oh, yeah. And their friends and their brother and...
Oh, yeah, that too.
Their nephew. So, Amren, I totally agree. Romantic, idealistic fools. But the thing is... Okay. Let's pause for a hot second. Isn't that the point, though, of the bargain? Regardless if there was a baby involved, that they would not want to live without the other. Isn't that the point, though? Regardless of what they think about, one dying versus the other, that is the point of what they made.
Yeah. But, you know what?
We thought it was romantic in Act War because we didn't think, like, that would actually come to fruition, and then it's like, we're here, and
it's biting our ass.
There's consequences.
There's actual consequences to our decisions? What?
Regardless of how I feel about it, I think it's still a romantic sentiment because I think the thought is still there. I don't think they really thought about it when it came to a kid. I think they fucked up there because as any parent, or at least let's say most parents would say, they would rather save the kid than themselves. So I don't think they really thought about that. But I don't think that they would change their minds about this. If Feyre died, Rhys would not want to live anymore.
That's true.
So if anything, even if I don't necessarily agree with it still is doing what it said. It's kind of keeping them in check about not wanting to die.
Yeah. Now they can't. Well, to be fair, yes. Now they can't ridiculously sacrifice each other. Sacrifice themselves for each other.
It was also to do that. Because they both did that. One too many times. And of course, Cassian has to go because Moore is not here. Amren's powerless. I'm sorry, bitch.
Azriel shouldn't go alone.
No. And it has to be them. And of course, Cassian would let Eris die.
Of course.
But he knows too much. So if he gets tortured or if she gets it out of him with Brown, that would be bad because they would know too much.
One moment here where I'm going to expose myself.
Oh, no.
Just Azriel being like, there are other ways to make him talk.
Is that sex coded?
No, not innately.
Because I think that's just him being his torture boy self, but okay.
But he says it darkly. It says that he says it darkly. And I'm like, it doesn't...
No,
it's not
you already brought it up, so...
It's not like hot and bothered kind of thing, though. It's just like, oh, baby. Hugs.
Oh, so that he's scared what's going to happen to him?
Yeah, potentially that, or just that he, he's the torturer. He knows that there are other ways to make it.
I'm sorry, it's the Cassian book. I always go to sex first, so, I wasn't thinking of the romantic aspect. Feyre kind of assumingly says that, oh, I hope because he has the dagger, he'll be immune. And I'm just like, can I just tell you right now, I did not think that whatsoever. The only reason Nesta is immune is because she's immune, because she's made.
Yeah.
I don't think that has anything to do with him having a made item on himself.
Yeah.
I think there's anything to do with it.
It doesn't affect his powers at all.
Or it wouldn't shield him in any way, I don't think. Like, even if she, yeah, because like, let's say instead of the crown influence, what if it was like a skeleton? She used the mask. Like, the skeleton is not gonna not attack him because he's got a made dagger on.
Right, and also I'm thinking, honestly, I'm picturing the sword from Sleeping Beauty. Like, sword, fly swift and true. I feel like that's the kind of power it would have. Like, if he used it in a fight, it would be more deadly, but that's also because he's the one wielding it, and he is a trained Fae warrior, regardless of his court stand.
Kind of like Truth Teller in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think Truth Teller is a made item, and they just don't know it. I think so.
I wonder where he got it.
Shit, I'm just saying.
I wrote a story once about how he got it, but that's a really pressing one, so.
If you guys want to hear it, let her know.
No, don't let me know, because, well, actually, yes, let me know. I want to know if people want to hear my...
But this is what this whole book has been about. Again, I didn't know it was leading up to the BloodRite, but this is what they were like asking for. How are they going to apply this knowledge to a real life situation? This is the real life scenario, bitch. It was chosen for you and involuntarily, but here it is.
Right.
So Cassian does calm down a little bit at the end. He's like, I trained them well. They're going to own this. Again, I'm still going to be worried, but I have trained them as much as I could possibly do for them to succeed. And they succeeded the qualifier. So
yeah,
if anyone has a good chance of winning, it's them.
And made good progress on all the other qualifiers too.
Yes. So, of course, we're going back to Nesta. Her and this Illyrian warrior both running for the knife. Honestly, I thought it was cool, this idea of them getting thrown into the BloodRite, because they're getting... I don't know what would have pushed them otherwise.
Right, what their next step
to move on, from this... Again, I don't think it should have happened. It's still fucked up that this happened to them.
But, like, move on from the training montage.
How are they going to apply this? Mm-hmm. This is like the kick in the pants they needed to be like, oh shit, we can actually do this.
Yeah.
When confronted with this. Yeah. So I thought this was a perfect writing ready. So the guy rushes her. She gets the knife. They're like tumbling down the hill, whatever. Okay, SJM has been very, blunt or graphic in the past. Mm-hmm. But dear God, she lands on him, or like he lands on her. But the knife is thrust into his throat. God, that's graphic.
To find her hand clenching the dagger she'd buried in his throat, soaked in warm blood.
Yeah, it's like, that's badass. Also, the fact that she was so scared. It's her first kill. Again, I'm gonna say this is her first brutal kill. Because the thing is about, like, the King of Hybern and, like, the, the Kelpie? Mm-hmm. It was, like, magic. I mean, the King of Hybern wasn't even really her kill to begin with. Elaine did it. King of Hybern,
she didn't kill. The Kelpie, she technically only ordered to kill.
Yeah, and so, like, this is her first, like, brawl to brawl. I literally stabbed this guy in the throat kill.
Hands on.
And so I do appreciate that she kind of has a panic attack about that.
Yeah.
And she mind stills, which again, it's using all these aspects of this, of her learning this throughout the weeks.
She's
and
mind
throughout the
stilling
months.
pretty early. Is it bad that I thought of Tarzan and like Tarzan fighting the leopard at the beginning of the movie where it's like the leopard jumped down and landed on top of him, but then ended up getting stabbed.
Oh, and it looked like it looked like she didn't get up, or he didn't get up
like
until
the leopard was going to come out, but it was just being carried out.
Right.
A lot of movie references in this one.
Very much so. I mean, this is a very movie-esque described sequence.
Yes.
Also, I love how she also took the clothes from the dead guy.
Yep.
You needed clothes. You were literally in a fucking nightgown.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that I think it was actually smart writing on Sarah's part of how she didn't stab him like in the chest or anything like that and damage the clothes. She just happened to stab him in the throat. So like the clothes may be bloody and way too big and muddy, but like at least they don't have any holes in them.
Oh yeah.
Small things, you know.
Small things, but important things.
Yes.
And she's like, okay, at offset, heading off to find my sisters. Mm-hmm. Very...
How the hell do you find them in all this Illyrian woods?
So, of course, she does the Katniss thing of climbing up the tree, which is fair. I mean, also, if you want another movie reference, Divergent, her going up to the top of the Ferris wheel to look out. It's like the typical female protagonist thing to be like, oh my god, let's look out from above. And they're like, good thinking. And I'm like, You didn't think about this?
Yes, but also my brain goes in a different direction. I think of Mulan with whatever that bad guy's name.
Shan Yu.
Shan Yu. He was just standing in the tree, and the hawk came and dropped the doll in his hand.
Oh my God.
But I'm just thinking of him standing in the tree.
Two different references completely.
Yeah, but I like yours better.
It is kind of funny that she does have a very big advantage going into this with all of Cassian's knowledge. She has one of the best Illyrian warriors ever to exist. Basically gave her the how-to manual on how to survive the BloodRite. So honestly, I'm not surprised that she doesn't feel too overwhelmed by this.
Yeah.
Even though they're like, we didn't want to be a part of this, it's like, okay, shit, now we're here. Might as well figure it out. So they're describing it as one camp to the west, one to the south, and one to the north. She ended up at the west camp.
Mm-hmm.
All the warriors are still asleep, which she got a really big advantage there.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think they were going to last that long.
It's like, how early did she actually wake up, though, before them? It doesn't seem like long, but I'm just curious about.
I mean, that tree probably took a while to climb up.
That's
true.
Lie.
Like, and again, she wasn't at the top of it, but she was pretty high up.
Yeah, she needed to be pretty high up.
I will tell you right now, this directional shit would kill the fuck out of me. Liesl knows this. Probably more than anyone. I'm very bad. Even if I have the directions on my car, I'm gonna be like, wait, so way are we heading?
Mm-hmm.
My dad hates that. Like, and you know, with all the love and respect, he does not understand how I cannot tell north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. I'm like, yeah, but it seems like I'm going northwest, or I don't even know. Like,
I will say, I do have. So my dad is really good at directions too. Like, he can just tell where things are, and I mean, maybe practice from years of hiking. But for me, like, I'm okay with directions, but I also struggle with. Sometimes I mix up east and west, so I'll be meaning east and I'll say west. Not even because it's like I don't know where they are, but I'm just like, wait, where are they both west?
I mean, shit, sometimes I'll say right when I mean left, so.
But, like, I'm usually pretty good with north and south.
No, I'm fucked. This would kill me.
Part of that, as it said, is the trees with the north.
The moss.
The moss, because moss always grows on the north side of these trees.
Well, and that's what, like, was brought up so much earlier, and that should have been my clue that she would have to learn some survival shit.
Yeah.
There's so many clues rereading this book again to be like, oh yeah, Cassian had so many Easter eggs for us that by the end of this, it was like...
I was so happy to see that written in here because I'm like, I know that. That's a true fact. That's research.
True. So obviously she's scouring her mind for all the information he's ever given her, and then a bubble of hope. She's like, Cassian will come to save me.
No.
She then remembers exactly, but he can't save her, which is sad because, I mean, again, everyone wants somebody, I feel like, to come save them. But again, I feel like she also then is quickly like, no, but that would kill us both. And that's just stupid. She's like, so I guess I'm just going to survive this, like she always does. And yes, she did see a cut on her hand, and so that the magic is bound. They can't, any wounds could be fatal. Damn. So, yeah, they gotta be careful of human shit, actually.
Yeah, they're all mortals now.
Right. Which, if anyone has the experience...
I mean, but to be fair, when she was mortal, she didn't really take advantage of survival.
No.
That would be Feyre's boat.
A princess through and through. So she hears the other warriors start to wake up and hurries down the tree again. And this was such a fun, didn't even think about it, Easter egg, or not Easter, but, you know, foreshadowing, is that her charm begins to glow.
And she wasn't even looking at her bracelet. She was, like, trying to look over her shoulder to see if anyone was coming and just caught a flash of light. It's so cinematic.
And she was, like, actively thinking about how am I going to find my way to them? So the charm kind of acts like a beacon. So if she puts it to, you know, a certain direction, one way it didn't glow as brightly, but it was, like, dim, and then the other one was a very urgent glow.
It's when you look at a radar, and if you turn certain ways, you can see, like, the different angles, and it's like, okay, so there's one red dot here, and there's a red dot over here, but that red dot is pulsing, and there's, like, ripples around it. Okay, that means it's either a big boss, or it's very important.
So it's funny that the right band magic, but this magic somehow got
right.
Maybe, like, the magic in somebody versus an object is different.
So if she had a maid's sword or dagger,
shit, it probably would have worked.
Yeah.
And probably would have had the magic in it,
because that magic is no longer attached to her. It's in the object.
Versus them, they could kind of put a wall up between their magic and them.
And probably they didn't even think about there being magic in her bracelet.
No, yeah. I mean, they probably didn't even think about it. They just thought it was a stupid charm bracelet and was like,
ugh, girls. And also, Nestle didn't realize she had magic in it either.
Right. Now. It's beautiful that she put it as a promise to them to always find each other, but it's also you're having a tangible item that actually is helping them. Of course, another thing that she made. So I wonder if that's going to get brought up in future books. If it'll be a thing where they're trying to find each other and they have to use them.
Or they choose to use them in that way and do like missions and stuff of like, hey, you go this way and I'll catch up to you using our bracelets.
Or if someone's in trouble, they'll know. Because it's not like they're mated with each other or bonded, like, so they can't feel it.
Right. She needs to make one of these for everyone in the inner circle.
Yeah. So whoever is to the north is in more danger. So that's where she headed. I will tell you, I thought it was Gwen. I thought the person that was in trouble more was Gwen. I don't know, because I was thinking about her kind of waking up in the middle of all this and just being like, oh my God, and kind of freaking out. Yeah, freezing. Did not assume it was going to be Emery.
Or like if she wasn't able to wake up that early.
Yeah, because we only knew that Nesta did at first. No, this shit is legit like the Hunger Games. She's like, oh, I need food, water, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I know.
Minecraft, you need food.
Yeah, she's getting hit. I hear the like thing. So as soon as she's about to like make her way, she almost gets shot by an arrow. And I'm like, the fuck? They even had arrows in this?
Bows and arrows as well? What the fuck?
Wow, they really thought so little of their own warriors to kill these women. Yeah. And why are they targeting her immediately? That's the thing. It's one thing to like see weapons and then wouldn't they also be curious?
Yeah.
Unless like there's something which we figure out later, obviously, that there's something in cahoots.
Yeah. Although I do wonder, like, how much everyone else knew. Or if it was, like, just the certain people, like, overheard it in some places. Yeah. Or, like, if they were told directly. Or if they don't know at all. Or they just have it out for women.
Which is crazy.
I will say I really liked this moment, actually. It's badass.
What, the arrow?
Or what we're about to go into. Of her dealing with this guy.
Oh, yeah. So she does try to get away, and then she's like face to face with it, with the arrowhead, and then of course we go commercial break to Cassian's perspective.
Yeah. I forgot about the commercial break, but yes.
This is so cinematic as fuck, it really is. And literally, I love this, and it's obviously important, and I think Sarah made that, this was on purpose. She wanted you to kind of dismiss Cassian Azrael's bullshit. Yeah. But, like, I think it's, like, way more important than she's letting it on. So this is the first time, again, we're on the continent. And this is the first time we're in someone's perspective on the continent. Right. So Cassie and Azrael are flying super high above the Queen's palace. He's obviously worried about Nesta and the initial surge, which totally made me think of the cornucopia. You can prep all you want, but if there's because he did not assume that she'd wake up early. Yeah. He's assuming that everyone's waking up at the same time and there's an initial, she couldn't get away, which no matter how powerful you are, a bunch of men going after one girl is crazy. Yeah. So none of them know that there's weapons in there. Nope. My first thought though, if they had known that there were weapons, would that have nixed the laws that said that they couldn't interrupt? That's what I'm saying. I wonder. Because I feel like if they knew that, maybe it would be there'd be more leeway. Or maybe whoever put them in there had nothing to do with the magic or overruled it. I have no clue, man. Or they were there before all the board placed, which I kind of doubt, actually. Yeah. Just because that knife was so... Or maybe the Illyrians themselves couldn't give them weapons, but someone else could. Because magic is specific, right? I wonder what the written law is. I need to see the document. Yeah. To see what it actually says. Can we get a book of all the Illyrian laws? Is it the thing where they say they can't bring weapons in? So, a warrior can't bring a weapon in, but that doesn't say that they can't be given them. Right. I'm just saying, words mean something. They do, both spoken and written. So, and also, all that Cassian is Eris is an idiot for getting captured. I'm gonna find him, I'm gonna kick his ass, and that's literally all he says. Yeah. So, of course, yes. Chapter 66. Just the fact that this warrior has an arrow pointed at her face and she's asking questions. Yeah. It's the audacity, but also the fact that he's letting her talk. He probably hasn't been around a woman that talks back. Oh, hell no. Sorry, a female. Give me your weapons. Give me your fucking weapons. You think cursing's gonna help? No. That's not gonna scare her.
You're already showing that you're less than her.
Well, at first she was like, okay, so what camp are you from? She's like, were you from mine or were you like from another one? And he says that he was from, let's give the actual thing, shall we? Where did you come from? Was there another female there? The crippled bitch? I left her to the others. Okay, you're dead, bro.
Yeah.
You called her a crippled bitch. You are going to die. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
You're better prey anyways. No, you're gonna wish.
Oh, hell no. That makes me think that they knew they were gonna be there.
Yeah.
Because that's literally this, I mean, you're better than her anyway.
Which also is kind of confusing about actually, hang on. How did this guy, like, wake up so early? Or, because it's like, if he's saying the crippled bitch, so either that means he came from that camp, or he knew that that Emery was gonna be up there. How did he know that it was Emery?
Well, and he came from that camp, so...
Which also, that's also way up in the north versus where they are.
I mean, maybe it's a thing where, like, normally, without if there wasn't other people, it's based on who's strong who wakes up out of it. In their words, strong.
I do wonder, though, because this is rigged already and there's all weapons, what if some of them weren't dosed with as much magic as others?
Probably, I would assume. Maybe the people who knew, the people who were in cahoots on it, weren't drugged as much.
Man, everything's fucked up here.
Well, it's like, okay, but also, I'm gonna win a rigged BloodRite? Hell yeah. Imagine winning, like, because I just imagine they're going to win. Mm-hmm. So, again, if they're a foil, the bad boys are going to win. But I was thinking, it was just like, imagine winning the first rigged one.
Right.
And being like, fuck you, I still did it.
It'll be like, oh yeah, like, the three of us were separated, the bad boys. The three of us were put in different camps to split up our power, but we fought our way to each other. It's like, that's literally happening here.
Mm-hmm. So she pretends like she's going to give the knife up. Mm-hmm. God. The graphicness is so wonderful. Because specifically he said the crippled bitch, she went right for the nards. She literally threw the knife into his ball sack.
Nice.
That's crazy. He probably split it up the middle.
Yep. Probably.
Do you think it went right on his dick or right in his balls? What do you think?
Right through it.
Because she's dead on, is that what you're saying? I just love how I went, ha.
Yeah.
In my notes, I was just like, ha.
He deserved it.
And then, of course, like, she body checks him, literally takes his bow and only 2 arrows, but then also twists the knife in and then yanks it out.
Good, because she needs that knife. She's not going to leave it there in some man's poor groin.
This is what they were talking about at Solstice about, like, we get to show you how to disembowel men. Yeah.
She could have done that, but she didn't. She just took out your balls.
Also, what a fucking idiot warrior to even, like, give her the...
Now you're the crippled bitch. Sorry, that was aggressive.
No, you should get more aggressive, actually. God damn. The howls followed her for miles.
Good.
All the guys reading the scene, they're like, oh.
Pain.
Oh my god. So she makes it, again, fast forward, she makes it to a river, and she does overhear some males talking. No sign of Emery to be seen at first. But pity that bitch escaped. She'd have made for good entertainment on the cold nights. Ew. Oh. First of all, the sexual harassment is off the chain.
Yeah.
Second of all, the fact that she escaped.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. But she's washed halfway down the mountain. If she isn't dead from the rapids, the beast will get her before dawn. So Emery jumped in the river to get away.
Smart, using the surroundings to her advantage.
But she's like in real trouble. It's like Nesta wants to kill the men, obviously, but she's got to find Emery is more important. So there is like a waterfall going over like some bad rapids. And so Emery is caught dangling on a tree in the frigid water unconscious. Hasn't gone over the rapids yet, but like if she let go, she probably would like just...
Another movie reference here. I'm thinking of Ice Age.
Oh, yeah.
With the mother swinging. The mother human.
No, didn't she die though?
Well, she just disappeared, so probably.
No, yeah, because like that's assuming she's... Damn it. I was thinking of Brother Bear.
Oh.
I thought that was what you were going to reference. But yes. So only her twitching wings showed signs of life. I was like, oh dear God. Because she's also still in the nightgown too.
And that's cold water. That's mountain water right
She is literally almost like pretty much naked in that water.
Northern mountain water.
You would know.
Yes, it's very cold.
Have you ever been in the frigid water naked?
Not naked, but in very little clothing.
Close to it, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially right near the waterfalls and the pools, and they're frigid.
Well, and that's why I thought it was very, very smart of her to take the clothes off.
Yeah. So
and
that
then
you could
go
have,
into the water.
You could have warm stuff to wear out.
And it's like, yeah, no, her going naked in the frigid water, definitely getting a fucking UTI after this. But what I'm saying is, it was smart.
It was smart.
To have the clean clothes.
Because clean, but like dry, that dryness will feel so warm when they put that on.
And she has to leave her weapons up at the bank, which also is kind of great, like,
but she is also on the other bank from the males.
They didn't see her. Yeah.
They didn't see her, but then also because they're on the other side of the river, they won't be able to hopefully access her weapon.
Also, all these Illyrians are so fucking ignorant and arrogant that they're like, oh no, Rapid's probably got her, whatever. Okay, you're not gonna look, all right.
They're not gonna check.
She braces. Oh, you know what really got me though? Okay, so again, I'm not a man, but you know what got me with her? It was the fact that she put the bow on her and that it was like digging into her fucking skin. And I was like, ooh. Because I was just thinking of a bra that I've worn on for too long or like underwire or something, digging into my fucking skin.
I mean, so no, I haven't done this recently, but maybe a month or two ago, I was like pulling on yarn. I was trying to break yarn just by tearing it because I didn't have scissors, and it was like yanked away from me by a stick while I was working. It was yanked away, and while I was trying to do it, and so it dug into my fingers and just sliced around both my fingers. And so it's like I can understand that pain because that actually hurt because it actually cut pretty deep. And I'm like, this is just yarn. I can't imagine like the string of a bow,
an Illyrian
bow that's already supposed to be really strong, digging into your chest. Like I can't imagine that pain on my 4 fingers.
Yeah.
On that. And I'm just like, ugh, that is... Well, the thing is, I didn't realize it was like across, like horizontal. I thought it was diagonal, like a seat, like across her chest. And that would hurt too.
Yo, yeah.
Doesn't matter where it is, it would hurt too.
So it's also cool that she's like, when she's going across, she's like digging in from rock to rock. And like going from to get to her.
Which that part is also relatable. Sorry, all of this right now actually is similarly relatable is because...
Survival 101.
Survival 101. I wouldn't survive long, but I'd survive somewhat. But like I'm thinking of, there's a creek down behind my house, my parents' house. A creek down by the creek. Anyway, it wasn't super deep, but there was like a middle section that was, had a bit faster of a current. And when I was smaller, it was kind of the case of like you would have to aim upwards in the river. So that when you were pushed back by the current, you'd basically be heading straight across. So in order to go straight across, you needed to go up. And you had to keep jumping up, basically, so that the water wouldn't push you further downstream. So it's like, this makes perfect sense. And I'm going to keep saying SJM did her research.
She did her research. She didn't look ignorant in these...
I can attest that this is true stuff.
She had her own mountain person in the works. So she does finally get to her eventually, and then there's a big gash in her bicep. And she doesn't wake up when she tries to, like, shake her awake.
She's probably numb as fuck.
Oh, yeah. But so badass. Nesta rips off part of Emery's Nike, which is unfortunate, but, like, needs to.
It's probably sheer anyway. She's probably basically bare anyway.
Yeah. So she ties it kind of in, like, a rig situation, ties it to her to also keep her in place.
Yeah.
When they're crossing, so she doesn't get... But also, she puts the bow over them both as well for extra added protection. So they make sure they are fucking together.
Yeah. If they're getting swept away, they're getting swept away together.
So yeah, imagine it being just on you, on the bow on you, just one person. And then imagine that fucking bow getting so taut that it's on 2 of you and it's digging more into your skin.
And any motion is going to make that, like, chafe cut.
Hell no. I'm already out. I think I would
I already feel pain in my chest right now.
I would let the current just take me.
Over the waterfall?
Yeah, I think I'd let it go. Ooh, this, oh my god. Also, just completely making this full circle. She gets halfway to the other side, right? And she's like, she starts having her freak out moments like she normally does. Yeah, this is cold. Cold like the cauldron. Oh, fuck, shit. And I didn't think about that. Yeah. This is literally like she's getting dipped. Well, again, she's not getting dipped under. Her head is not getting dipped under the water. But oh my god, that, like, this is more scary than her fucking getting in the bath.
Yes.
Like, she is getting in the cold ass water again and is, like, very much triggering her. But she uses her mind stilling to be like, that's not important right now. And oh my goodness, not only just the physical things that has gotten taught over the chapters and over the book, but this. Dear fucking God, SJM.
Wow.
So then they make it to the riverbank. Nesta puts the dry clothes on her. Nesta's still naked. This is kind of crazy. I kind of forgot reading back that this whole interaction happens while she's naked.
Yeah. Where did Modest Nesta go? Where did human Nesta go?
Modest Nesta got lost when she got thrown into the BloodRite against her will.
Or even it got lost when she was fucking around Valaris.
Yeah, and sleeping with so many people. So Nesta makes a fire, and they're both fighting off the cold, but it's starting to get nighttime.
Yeah.
Which again, I know from my Hunger Games lore, you either get up a fucking tree or you find a cave.
The hounds are gonna find you.
Yes.
Sorry, the mutts.
The mutts. And again, they don't know what prowls these woods, but they know there's some shit in there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. We don't also know what's prowling the woods, but we know it ain't good. We've seen it on multiple occasions.
We've never actually, seen any of the creatures, but, when Feyre saved Rhys in the woods,
she was hopping from tree to tree, so she was never on the ground.
That's true, but, when she got out of the cave, she saw the prints in the ground, and she heard the creatures nearby.
Oh, yeah, she heard them.
So it's we've seen the prints, but we've never actually seen the creatures.
Yes. Oh, yeah, so she had it happen to her twice. It was going from tree to tree, and then them staying the night in the woods. Yeah. And then seeing sorry, I was just putting it in my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Nesta is worried that Gwen is facing her own nightmares, but it's I gotta, one thing at a time, dude. Mm-hmm. Get Emery better, and then things will happen. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like Gwen's in immediate danger, because the bracelet isn't lighting up.
It's not pulsing, it was with Emery.
I did not know about the caves being near rivers thing. Is that well-known knowledge? I don't know. What the fuck?
I mean, at least to me it is. I don't know if it's to normal. It's probably not to normal.
No, it's not.
But it does make sense. That's how canyons are formed, and erosion with water. That's one of the biggest causes for cave systems.
I love how I could tell you about, most political documents that were written, and which I assume is supposed to be common knowledge, and then
which I have no idea about. And I know all the survival mountain stuff, and that you have no idea about.
You didn't know that caves were by rivers, and I'm like, no!
So it's literally city girl versus mountain hermit.
Literally, I was just born and raised on legal documents, and then you were...
born and raised in the woods.
Mud, rocks, and rivers.
That's pretty much it. I made mud patties, regularly as a kid.
That sounds like a good country. Mud, rocks, and rivers.
All right, our newest single coming out, Blood, Rocks, and Rivers.
Our next t-shirt idea. So she circles the campsite to see if there's, a cave or anything. And, this interaction to this day still fucking boggles my mind. And I'm so excited. Again, I don't know if you guys know, but SJM finally announced that she's finished with the draft of Agatar 6. Mm-hmm. And again, I can't say much about it, but I will say this motherfucker is coming back. I can just assume.
I haven't even finished reading the rest of her books, and I already know that this guy's coming back. Why else would she bring him up? Why else would she give him a name?
Yes. Lyrian Male comes out of nowhere, tells her that there was a hidden cave entrance that she wasn't really seeing. No heat or lust in his gaze.
Even though he looked over her naked body.
He's like, oh, I feel like he looked at her. So he's either gay.
A gay Illyrian? I love it.
I would love that, actually. He kind of does have a gay name. In the set, Balthazar.
Balthazar. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, a little spicy.
That's a little spicy.
Or he looks at her and goes, she fucking saw some shit.
I think I do appreciate the fact that, she's naked, yes, but the coat and, the boots, she's still wearing coat and boots, and she's still holding a knife. So he's so she's not naked and quivering with fear. She's cold, but she's...
And he has, a big gash on his face. Mm-hmm. They did mention that.
New scar.
He seems like he's trying to help them. I mean, he has no weapons and knows that there's someone hurt with her, because why is she looking for a cave? He just kind of assumes, and he assumes correctly. And so...
And also the fact that she's not scaling a tree. Yeah. Is how he puts it, of assuming you're not because you're not not scaling a tree, I'm assuming you have someone hurt.
Right. And it's like, so apparently he also came from the West Side. He said, so he woke up after Nesta did.
Yeah.
At some point. And he, apparently Novius was the guy that got jabbed in the throat. He said, I saw the body in the gulch, what you did. He was naked, you're in a male's clothes. He doesn't really seem happy that there were weapons dumped.
Yeah.
He seems like a very honest Illyrian.
Seems like a traditional Illyrian, but in the sense of like he's just. He's very just.
Seems like somebody from the Windhaven camp, I would assume.
That would make sense.
I could see
but
that.
we haven't heard of him. But then again, we haven't really met any of the other Illyrians. But he kind of seems, in a way, like a gentleman, which could go with the gay, spicy theory.
I wonder if, like, he's pro, if you say traditional, is he pro cutting? Getting the clipping, yeah.
Clipping.
I would assume not.
I don't know. He doesn't give me the vibes of, like, he may be all for, like, okay, what he gives me is the protector vibes. He gives me, like, dominant male vibes, but, like, not in the way of, I'm gonna put you down, but more so in the fact of, like, you're a female, so it's my job to protect you. That's the kind of vibe he gives me.
I mean, hopefully there's another fucking Illyrian out there. Like, it's not just Cassian and Azriel and Rhys who are, like, actually good people. There'd be nice to have one dude that's nice as well.
I'm hoping he comes back and we just randomly meet him in the camp, and, like, Cassian and Azriel are like, who the fuck are you? And wait, you're actually smart? You're actually nice?
I told you my crack theory, and I'm not going to go into it completely, but I was going to tell you that Gwen is going to go after Balthazar, and then Balthazar is going to make Azriel jealous. Yeah. Then it's going to be like that conversation of like, babe, he's gay. Like, did you not know this? Right. And he's going to be like, oh, obviously he can't tell what gay is. He doesn't understand how Moore's been gay this entire time.
That's true. And female gay is slightly different than...
I mean, yes. I mean, lesbian and gay, completely two different things. But he doesn't have... Azriel does not have a good gaydar, I'm going to assume. So obviously, Nesta doesn't really talk at first, because again, this is a eat or be eaten world. Like, I'll trust you I'll trust you, but I'm not going to, like, have a conversation with you kind of thing.
Right.
So it's like, of course, like, let's go. It was the thing that triggered her, though, to respond was, what is it? I decided, like, if you're smart, you'll bring whoever it is with you and come inside. And take my weapons and kill me in my sleep. I know who you are. I'm not stupid enough to go after you. Ooh.
Okay, so yes, he's smart.
And it's this, dude. We talked about this before. Feyre Cursebreaker would not forgive me for killing her sister. Out of all the people to bring up as somebody who you'd be afraid of pissing off, why is it her?
Why is it not like, oh, the High Lord will kill me, or Cassian and Azriel will kill me?
Cassian would have made so much more sense.
And also, it's not just Feyre, like, Archeron or whatever, it's Feyre Cursebreaker. Why are we using Cursebreaker again?
That's such, like, an interesting thing that I feel like I can unpack for fucking hours, but, like, never, I'd just be going around in circles.
Yeah.
Must think highly of the women. At least this gives me an underlying, he at least sees women for the potential of them being just as powerful as the men, which already gives him
equality.
Already gives him a point in my favor.
Right.
I love how it does say, though, like, I swear an oath on Aeneas himself not to kill you or whoever's with you. Not to kill us or harm us in any way, or have anyone you know do so. He's like, you adapted the rules of the Fae well. I agree. It's almost like subtly being taught, but at the same time, he's proud of her too. He's, hey, actually, I wasn't going to do any of those things, but I'm glad you also specified.
Like, okay, that worked. I do wonder if, I know we're spending a lot of time on him, but it's interesting. Is, like, if you mentioned, like, maybe he's from Windhaven, I wonder if he was there that day that, like, Cassian brought Nesta to train.
That makes perfect sense.
It would.
He has to be. Also, like, Windhaven is one of the more, very quote-unquote liberal camps. Like,
if that's the liberal camp, then...
that's kind of crazy. Yeah. But she even feels so comfortable enough that she asked him to help carry Emery inside.
Something in the male's expression, apparently. Yeah. Made her give that decision.
Why is it bad that my first thought was that Cassian is going to hear this story and the first thing he's going to be is like, Balthazar saw you naked? Like, out of this whole interaction, the one thing he's going to be like, wait, so you were naked in front of another man?
A lot of males saw her naked.
A lot of males saw her naked before the BloodRite.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, babe.
Even though she was naked, she still held a knife. You should be proud of her.
Oh my god, that's bad. Imagine having a whore phase and then just having it constantly get brought up.
Yeah. well, she did that to herself.
Yeah. And she was fine with that. Own it, sure. They also, again, this isn't like the cave scene in fucking Hunger Games, but they're using body heat. But thankfully, Balthazar does give Nesta his jacket, which makes me think like, ooh, boobs, don't want to go near that.
Yeah. and he keeps his own clothes on.
He does keep his own clothes on.
Which is good.
And of course, she's obviously warm against him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still be gone by morning. She's like, okay, you gotta fucking leave. Why aren't you out there killing everyone? Because I want to reach the mountain and become Aristian, but if I met someone I'd like to kill, I won't hesitate. Here's the thing. This is what Cassian brought up a lot in the first, in like when he talked about this before. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't want to kill they just want to, like, the whole thing itself is to prove your worth as a warrior, not to kill others.
Right.
Again,
a lot of people use it to kill others.
Which is the Hunger Games thing. People going in and just trying to survive versus like the careers going in and trying to like win.
That literally train for this.
Yeah, so it's Balthazar seems like that kind of dude that kind of just like, this is what I have to do. And it's like, I don't want to have to kill anybody, but if there's a dick that comes across me, I will be more than happy to.
Which I think solidifies the fact that he's more traditional. Like, he doesn't care about all the feuding and stuff like that. He just wants to, specifically, he knows which one he wants to do. He knows which level he wants to reach.
Which also, that's not the low bar, is it? No, well, setting a low expectation for yourself, actually, he just wants to reach the mountain, doesn't even want to try to climb it.
Right.
Because the thing is, remember, Aristian is getting to the bottom of the mountain.
Yeah.
I think the one before, it starts with an A, and dear God, I'm forgetting it.
Yeah.
Oh, Asterion, yeah.
Is it?
Asterion, yeah.
Isn't that the type of horses in Glasgow?
In Corinthian, I know, is the one.
Arctosian.
Yeah, Arctosian.
Arctosian, that's what it is.
Asterion
is the horses.
To be fair, I knew it started with an A, so it's like
Arctosian.
Arctosian is just surviving the thing
at all.
So
surviving the week.
I guess he's like going for like the middle of the road. Yeah. Again, at least he has some ambition instead of just fucking surviving.
It does feel like though he's saying like, I at least want to reach there.
He's not even there. This is how much the Corinthian, the level is so impossible to reach.
Yeah.
Is that's the big goal.
Although it does almost make me think, like it almost sounds like he is trying to meet with someone. They agreed to meet at a certain place on the mountain, maybe. Is kind of what it sounds like. So he's like, okay, so I'm going to reach the mountain and then I'm going to fight my way to find this person.
It also doesn't seem like he's so gung-ho about being the best or anything, which is not an Illyrian trait.
He just wants to be a warrior.
Yeah, he just wants to pass the BloodRite, not like set these high expectations for himself.
Or maybe it's the opposite of like he wants to find someone there to kill them.
Because the mountain could kill them too.
That's true.
Dude, if they fall off that mountain, they're dead. Maybe he just doesn't want to take the risk. There's a bunch of things you could say.
True.
But throughout the entire night, they're just hearing the monsters prowl, and they're eating people.
The screaming.
Oh my God, they just hear the screaming all throughout the night.
That's actually terrifying, though.
The fact that Balthazar, though, said was like, fucking idiots, they don't know they can climb trees. I was like, that wasn't what I would think either. They can climb trees, the trees aren't safe.
Well, actually, that does make sense, though, because in Akamath, when she was hopping through the trees and winnowing and stuff, it does say that, like, her very first jump, the branch she was standing on, like, broke behind her and a very angry snarl. So,
yeah, he says some can climb trees, but not all of them.
Right.
So I wonder what specific creatures can climb trees.
Right. And so it's like, so technically we have seen a creature that can climb trees, and it was just briefly mentioned, and I don't think a lot of people have noticed that. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, she almost got it, actually.
Like, hearing people scream at night and then hearing, like, those horrific sounds, I wouldn't be able to fuck sleep.
The sounds of bones crunching and flesh shredding.
Ew. So Balthazar takes the first watch, but like she doesn't fall asleep because obviously she doesn't trust him. And so that he knows she's not asleep, so he's like, I guess I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah.
It's your turn. So they survive the night and the monsters fade eventually. Dude, they wake up, go outside, complete brutalization, half-eaten bodies, winged bodies sprawn throughout. Oof. He's like, okay, plenty of clothes, but finding a pair that isn't like torn to shreds or has a bunch of blood on it is almost impossible.
Yeah.
That's insane. My God. A brisk wind ruffled Balthazar's dark hair as he walked away. Good luck, Archeron. This motherfucker knows who these people are. Yeah. Like,
I also wonder if, like, with our theory of a group of them being in cahoots and, like, rigging it, if he was maybe drafted into that group and decided he's like, no, I'd rather do it my way. Like, I'm not going to be part of your rigging and game, and I'm pissed that you guys actually followed through with this.
And that's why he maybe sought her out to help them?
Yeah, like, that's
at least
not
for the
fair.
night. At least get them together, maybe, and then leave them be.
Help them through the first night, because, you know, the first night is probably the worst, like you said, like the cornucopia.
Yeah, where most of the people die.
Yeah.
So then, of course, we go back to commercial break, Cassian perspective. Eris is nowhere to be found. They look up and down. Azrael apparently is told by a passing human merchant that Eris was taken into the class castle. Now, Azrael, you're trusting a human? Again, I'm not trying to be racist here, but like that a red-haired dude came into the castle, like, you're gonna trust this dude?
Right.
Again, there's grasping at straws, and then there's, like, complete, you're just gonna go off of a whim, trust this dude?
And also, this male is saying, like, or this guy is saying, from, in a tavern, of like, oh yeah, and he's supposed to be taken to another site somewhere. Well, how do you know this?
This seems planted.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought Azrael's the one to be able to tell the truth on this shit. So, something that's, like, bypassing him at all, or he's in cahoots. This is where everyone thinks he gets turned. I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying what the fandom said. I don't agree, but it's whatever.
I have my own theories, but I will not share them.
Obviously, Cassian can't sleep because Rhys and Feyre and Nesta. It's the fact that he would know. He's like telling himself over and over again, if Nesta was dead, he would know. A mate always knows.
Mm-hmm.
It would, like, hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Damn. So the fact that he's not hurting makes it okay.
Right.
So, back to Nesta. Nesta went through the clothes. Couldn't find much, but she did find stuff for Emery. Also found more water, weapons, food.
From all the people that died.
It was like the half-eaten rabbit or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I will say, this is some Game of Thrones type shit. This is some HBO type shit of them saying, like, that you shit or piss your pants before you die. Mm-hmm. Which is, like, a real thing. But, like, that I learned first at Game of Thrones. Because they actually, like, not, like, showed it, but they did. In the sense of, like, somebody's bladder, like, the pants would get darker or something like that. They showed it in frame. So I loved that. Definitely reminded me of Game of Thrones. So Emery is awake, thank God. Awake and functional, at least. That's good. But she's very silent, not saying anything. Which, I mean, yeah, after what happened to them.
When she woke up, you know, we don't know, like, if she woke up early or if she woke up at the same time as everyone else, and then she had to jump in a fucking river.
It is assumed, now again, we haven't gotten to it yet, but by the end of 67, it is assumed that Emery woke up at the same time all the guys did, versus Gwen and Nesta woke up prior.
Which the only difference we can see
is because they're not Illyrian.
Yes.
Not based on if they're female. Which kind of sucked for Emery, like, hardcore.
Yeah.
Which is why I think she got hurt more.
Makes sense.
Because she had to run away from all these people.
And, like, what Cassian feared would happen to Nesta, of, like, waking up with all these males.
Thank God she was next to a fucking river. I don't really know. Like,
I mean, in a way, Nesta was next to a river, too. Like, she was next to the stream bed, where she killed that guy. So it's like, I wonder.
I guess it was easier probably to get away in a river, though.
That's
versus
true.
a stream. So they look at their charms, and it's facing south, and there is a sense of urgency now.
And both their charms are glowing.
Yes. It's like, well, nothing to say. Let's hurry. Let's go. There's not really much talking here. I mean, that's very realistic.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time in One Piece, where it's just, or even in our K-dramas, it's like, pull her up! Like,
stop staring at each other. Stop being, like, dramatic. Just pull her up.
Why are you having this romantic moment when at any point you could just fucking drop her?
She's gonna die. Pull her up.
We're specifically talking about My Deem, if anyone knows about what that Korean show is. But anyway, again, Nessa's POV at the top of the last chapter. They're making their way south. They both kind of catch up with each other about what happened. Brutal rundown. You know, I killed a guy through his throat. I also fucking knifed a dude in the balls.
Yep.
I do appreciate the extra detail here that a few soldiers passed by them but did not give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Which makes me think, oh, there are some guys like Balthazar who are, like, not gonna fuck with them passing by.
That literally are more traditional and want to focus on reaching the mountain.
Mm-hmm. And of course, they do not see any sign of Gwen. The day passed, they get in another cave, night falls. They can finally trust now this is when you can finally trust each other with sleeping on and off here. Mm-hmm. And I love how, like, it finally sets in when the snow starts to fall.
Yeah.
All the way back in the first chapter, when Cassian got on Nesta for not wearing a scarf or not having, like, warm clothes.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, never again will I complain about him wanting me to be warm when I go outside.
Yeah.
Because now I'm, like, legit fucking freezing. Even in all this baggy clothing.
Right.
I thought that was very romantic, because, like, the fact that she remembered that. Yeah. And the fact how she treated him in that moment was like...
She's like, and I'll never complain about that stupid scarf Cassian made me wear.
Dude, sometimes, again, I'm not saying this should have happened to them. I'm not trying to victim blame or anything, but, like, sometimes you just need a fucked up moment to, like, make you look back and realize that all the stuff that you were complaining about was kind of a first world problem in the sense of this.
You never realize what until it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thinking.
So yeah, they see something in the distance. They see a fire, obviously, smoke.
It's the light.
And they smell fire, because it could be her.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it could be someone else.
Yes, there are many people in these woods.
Yes. But so they're gonna go up and they hear male laughter. And the thing is... the charm starts to glow even more, and they see a nightgown hung on the branch.
Oof.
Near the camp's edge.
That's not good.
Which is ominous as fuck. That means that she is assumingly without clothing.
And how the fuck did they get her nightgown?
Yeah, like they caught her or something, is the assumption here. I will say that I feel like I underestimated her too harshly. Because I did fall for this hard. I was like, oh, something happened to her, da-da-da. Like, right. I'm sorry, Gwen.
They better not be fucking her. Right?
I underestimate. If that happened, I'd be fucking wild.
That would be...
I would be so upset. I don't think SJM would ever do that in her book, but like...
especially not with these characters she's basically made her.
Especially at the end.
Yeah.
When, like, that was the whole thing she was combating against. Because assumingly, that's what we're assuming has already happened. So the never again thing, like Nesta said.
Yeah.
So, like, Nesta would stay here, kill everyone if something happened to Gwen. Fuck the right. Fuck getting to the mountain. We are staying here for the whole week and just torturing the hell out of these guys. Who does that sound like? Reese.
Yeah.
This is why she's Reese.
So basically in the comparison, it's Reese and Cass trying to find Asriel.
Yes.
Accurate, actually.
I will say, though, good that they went with the stealth approach.
Yeah.
If it worked.
If it worked.
It's like, they're like, okay, let's go downwind, let's do this. And then all of a sudden, Emery and Gwen, or like, Emery is gone.
Yeah.
Fuck. And Nesta sees 10 men at the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God.
With swords and knives and axes.
And water canteens. I was like, the fuck? Canteens. You guys are, honestly, I'm sorry. You guys are being pussies right now.
Yeah. Depending on these rather than surviving on your own.
I don't even use that word, like, too often. Because men use it as such a derogatory term for us. Or a derogatory term for themselves. Like, calling out other men.
You're being such a pussy right now.
Which I think is gross. But, like, also, using it against them.
Well, what's wrong with pussy? Sorry.
All the gay men. Everything is wrong with pussy, actually.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it, exactly.
No,
but,
you just don't like it.
That's fine. You don't have to like it.
No. But so again, commercial break right here.
Of course.
Literally again, they've only been here for what, 3 days now?
Yeah.
Because it's been 3 days passing.
Yeah.
No one has been in or out of this bitch. This palace. No one. No one has been out of the village. No one has been out of the palace itself. They are locked.
That seems
suspicious as fuck.
Suspicious as fuck.
Briella knows they're here. They know this. They're waiting. They're both like waiting for each other to make a move.
Right.
I think the better question is Eris is still alive. Shadow's whispering in his ear. I'm assuming trying to do recon. I can't get a read on it. So Cassian just wants to go in gung-ho, just break into the place. I'm like, babe, this is why you are not good at spy mastering.
Right.
The place is guarded with many wards as the House of Wind. If Brianna is moving, Eris will be better off catching him then. I know you want to help Nesta. Maybe Amarin can find some loot. There is no loophole.
At least he knows that. But then again, they don't know about the weapons.
They don't know. God, John Vertulo. Oh my god. Sorry, that distracted me.
Yes, I know. He's very distracting to you.
I know. But he does start to finally relax and believe in his woman, which is very beautiful.
Yes. He knows she's strong. He knows that the other two are strong.
Because he says, if I interfere, we're both dead, and even if I did, Nesta would kill me if I jumped in to save. She'd never forgive me for it.
That's true.
Which is true. I mean, she kind of was like, dear God, can you save me? And then she's like, no, I gotta be all feminist about this shit.
Why do I have to be feminist? Why can't I just let my strong mate save me?
Which is like, it's fair. The fact that he would never want to take the chance away from her to save herself.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing. The whole thing is that she can do it herself and that she can believe in herself so that she can believe in herself to just be the person she's always meant to be.
And this is what they've been training for.
And again, if anyone's the most trained out of them, it's them.
And jumping in now would be like your teacher stepping in of like, okay, that's enough. You can't do this.
When you don't even know what they're going through. You don't even know if they're succeeding. You just have to believe that they're succeeding. I mean, she's already made it to day 3 and she's not dead, so that's 3 out of the 5, right?
That's pretty good.
Or I think it's 2. It's 2, because it's the one night with Balthazar, and they just had their one night.
Yeah, they're on their third.
They're on their 3rd day, 2 nights.
Yes.
And this whole thing's a week.
Yes.
So 7 days.
Yes.
So 2 out of 7. That's not too bad.
Nights anyway.
Yes. So Emery and Nesta are being dragged in front of the males at camp. And guess who motherfucking is the leader of this little gaggle of people?
Hello, cousin.
Good God, this is this is an anime. This is an anime thing. Like, yes.
Emery's hateful cousin, Bellius.
But the guy from the fucking beginning.
Who was like drunk.
Drunk as fuck, and now is leading this. He reminds me of Kato.
Yeah.
From the original Hunger
Games.
Leading the
careers.
Yes. But there's something wrong with him. She says that he has the same glassy eyes that Eris's soldiers did.
Uh-oh.
I went, fuck. So this whole thing is Briellen's whole mastermind. My first thing was, what the fuck is the endgame? Just her dying? Or like, what is it that is the endgame that I'm not seeing here?
I mean, it seems like Briellen's out for Nesta.
Oh, yeah.
Has it out for Nesta. But like, great. So basically, Briellen took Bellius and his hateful nature and then made him a puppet and now is using that to our advantage.
And it was the fact that we missed out on that one. See, this is what I'm talking about. You can reread SJM so many times and not pick up on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
The one detail. Oh, I was just coming back from the continent. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't put 2 and 2 together all the way back at the beginning that this guy got enthralled by the crown then.
And we had asked the question of like, well, why the heck was there an Illyrian patrol out on the continent?
They're so far out. I mean, it could have been Rhys put them out there.
Maybe, but like, it seems sus. I mean, it is sus.
This is the beauty of SJM, I'm fucking telling you. It was one line.
One line.
And that just accrued this whole thing that we didn't even fucking see coming. I mean, we knew he was an idiot, but like, he's actually being controlled right now. This is not him, actually.
Now he's a villain's puppet.
Which, I mean, I feel like he wanted to do this anyway. I don't think he would have needed much convincing. But to be fair, this isn't him. This interaction is kind of badass with Emery.
Mm-hmm.
I was brought here against... Oh, actually, hold on. Let me not fucking mess this up. Found the nightgown a few miles away. So, Gwen is not in the nightgown.
They just found her nightgown.
Some other warrior fucked and killed her. You shouldn't have come here, cousin. The way sometimes listening to these men talk, I had this happen with me. I'm not going to go into it, but like I had that with like an Uber experience the other day where I hear these men talk and I'm like, is chivalry dead?
Right.
Because I'll hear some of these men talk to each other and I was like, yeah, I was rolling with this bad bitch. And I'm like, you do not speak about women this way.
No.
I wouldn't speak about a man this way.
And the fact they felt so bold to do that while a female was driving their car.
Dear God. I was brought here against my will, cousin, but now I'll enjoy proving you and your father wrong.
Good.
Basically, blah, 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 disgrace our family, spit on your grave shit.
You know, just the usual derogatory stuff.
Right. I wouldn't call it sabotage, and neither did she. All the confirmation Nesta now needs to know that Briellen is really the bad guy behind this.
It's like, okay, so yes, you did it, or you were involved in it, and then yes, you are, neither did she. She is not Illyrian.
No.
She wasn't even Fae to begin with.
No. But why? That's really the question. To break their sacred Illyrian rules for this one instance, for this one woman? Right. You're gonna break all your fucking customs? Hypocrisy! Fuck you and fuck your family. Hell yeah, bitch. Go off. I approve of this.
Fuck your family. They're not my family anymore. This is my family.
Exactly.
Just the random...
I get the first crack at that high fae bitch. Chivalry is dead.
High fae bitch, you have something against Cassian, clearly.
I'm telling you. Dude, this was also so badass. As very cinematic, as Belia steps forward, dude, the cronies behind him just get fucking gutted. Exploded in blood. The fuck?
Yeah.
We finally, thank God, we finally get to see what at least one of these creatures look like. I don't think they're all the same, but it is a warped, part cat, part serpent thing coming out of the shadows. Holy shit, that's probably terrifying as hell. Yeah. Fuck. Prowls out of the woods. Dude, those things are only supposed to come out at night.
Yeah. Well, it probably was sleeping. This
is the most Gwen ex machina thing I think I ever could see. Because the beast gets led and starts shredding into the men, right? And Gwen's like, I'm here. Mm-hmm. And then obviously they're very elated, but like, get the fuck over here. Yeah. Belius is distracted, whatever. He's trying to put his sword at them. The girls pick up their shit.
Yes.
Their weapons, da-da-da.
Good.
And they run over to Gwen. Gwen's already in warrior clothes. Girl, I underestimated her so hard.
Face filthy and torn, but eyes clear, which means she, at least right now, she's not panicking.
Her training, this is just amazing. Gwen is badass, and I will say that till the day I die. This made me just respect her so much, and this is why I can't respect Nami worth a damn. Nami could never to Gwen.
One Piece.
Yeah, sorry, a One Piece reference. I woke up before the others. So yes, we finally get that. I do appreciate how Gwen is immediately going into her mode. It's like, so I changed into my night. Did you know this thing glows? So I found weapons. Like,
right. You'd make a good Gwen.
Because it's such an ADHD mindset. She's like, did you know these things glow? Did you, I thought everyone was immune to magic. Why is this happening?
She's just rambling on and on.
It's like, so apparently Gwen did keep to the trees the first night. Mm-hmm. The first 2 nights.
She got lucky, I guess, with not any climbing ones.
I guess? Saw they found my nightgown and displayed it. I knew they were hunting you. So, Gwen smartly figured out where the beast's cave was in the day and let it out to kill them.
That is reckless and also so fucking cool.
So fucking badass. I do love how she's like, dude, I almost got gutted, actually.
Also, she just randomly learned where the beasts sleep at night, or sleep during the day. Like, that's actually really cool info.
That's some Azrael shit. Honestly, I'm not gonna... Thinking outside the box and doing something like that instead of going gung-ho in.
Yes. Right.
With, guns blazing
also,
like a Cassian.
When is this gonna, come back? Are they gonna need one of these beasts at a later moment of oh, I know where they are? It's like everyone looks at her. What? How?
Well, it seems like Ramiel is kind of important in this whole realm, so I'm gonna assume they're gonna go back there. Yeah. I wonder if the beasts have any indication of, I wonder if it's maybe a Master's thing where these beasts are from another world or something. And that's why they're so fucking weird.
Maybe.
And scary. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard of something that was part cat, part serpent in any of us.
Right.
But I could be wrong. The mother watched over us. And Nesta could have sworn the charms in their bracelets let out a low, soft hum. She's like, is that really your cousin? Yeah, I hope he's dead by the end of this.
I hope I can refer to that sad fact in past tense.
In past tense.
That's a good way to say I hope he dies.
Yeah. So they had 4 more days to survive. Again, all they have to do is survive, and they win. Mm-hmm. In the sense of, they're Artosian or whatever. They don't have to go up to the mountain at all.
Yeah.
Or they don't have to make their way there. They could just stay put.
To be fair, this is Gwen we're talking about.
They also need to be moving, though. They can't, stay in one place.
They would have to be moving each day, each night, anyway.
This isn't what fucking PETA and Katniss in the cave for days.
Right.
Gwen's like, you came looking for me. Of fucking course, bitch.
That's what sisters do.
That line, I think that's the first time they're referring to themselves as sisters.
Yes.
If they are sisters in arms, if anything else.
I always wanted a sister.
I thought you were about to break out into song.
I always wanted a sister just like you. Mufasa.
Oh! See, the thing is, I was trying so hard to think of where that was from, and it was not coming out.
I always wanted a brother.
Oh, sorry. I think it's because you said sister that the rhyme wasn't hitting me.
Yeah, I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a sister.
But, dear God, that's the end of the deep dive section. This is part 1 of this, last 100 pages, and dear God, what if there is so much, but also at the same time, dear Lord, am I so excited for this.
Yes. You got your water ready. Good, because you are going to need it. Because now we are moving on to our second section, where we talk about the graphic audio. And I'm happy to say, of course, I've finished the first section, the part 1, the graphic audio. Now on to part 2. And I am very excited. I'm very excited.
I do not want to ask you about your reaction since we have our live stream, but like, because at this point the live stream will already be over, but like, I don't want to know, like.
I mean, but you can look forward to our second part.
Yeah, for part 2, for sure.
Part 2 reaction. Anyway, but now is not the time for promoting that because we need to dive into this. So, take it away.
Graphic audio time.
Graphic audio time.
So, going back to the top of 60, this was when, this is like right after they make their promise, and it's the next morning when Cassian's back after his 5-day hiatus. So just setting
I forgot all the way back then.
It feels like forever, huh?
Yeah.
So, first of all, I loved the, do it for the miniature Pegasus! Like, I forgot if it was Gwen or if it was Emery. I'm pretty sure it was Emery.
I think it was Emery.
She had it in a very girlish way.
Oh, yeah, because they were encouraging Gwen.
Yeah, she's like, do it for him, you know? And dude, Gwen epically saying the whole, the voice actor even did a breath too. She's like, I am the rock against it. She just went deep with it. Like, it's almost like otherworldly, very similar to how it was described in the text of it being like, this is when history shifted.
Yeah.
Like how I was talking about in the text. And there was such an important shift in music there too, because it started out very friendly and funny because of their dialogue and because of them laughing. But then it very much twisted to like this important music. Very like dun-dun feeling. Also, Nesta, Natalie Van Sistine, Liesl has said this to me a couple of times when doing my narration that she's like, okay, you sound like Natalie here.
Yes.
But I don't think I ever felt it as much as when she says Valkyrie. She deepened her voice really, it was very like boomy, not boomy, but like, it's just not very casually, it's just Valkyrie. It was so cool. I was like, oh, goosebumps. Also, I forgot who was monologuing. I think it was, it was Nesta monologuing. There was at some point where when she's thinking about Cassian, there's a clock ticking in the background of time running out sort of situation. It's like,
interesting choice.
It wasn't like overpowering, but I was like, oh, this is cool. Very, very metaphorical. I also did love the Emery snorting thing at Cassian about Emery snorting at... Thankfully, Liesl does the research for me. It's Renee Dorian who does Emery. And it's Aura Nash, I'm going to assume,
I think so,
for Gwen.
Aura.
Beautiful names, by the way. But her just being like... And then Cassian being very serious back. Ooh, I loved Sean Jane and Aura Nash, Gwen and Azrael butting heads in this section. I thought it was cool as fuck.
I am really excited to hear that.
Azrael just being like, oh, well, no, it's not like you could do that anyway. Such a shift in his character to be just kind of a dick about it. And then she's like very pointedly, but also very flirty. I thought it was more flirty than I thought it was. She's like, I could totally see a hair whip in here. See you tomorrow. Shadow Singer.
Ooh. I mean, she basically does do that. She does like look over her shoulder, like, see you tomorrow. Shadow Singer.
Very determined, but also like, watch me walk away.
That also, from how you're describing it, that also makes it seem like Sean's making Azrael more flirty.
Which totally makes sense. He's understanding the dynamic here.
Good job, Sean.
I do love that you hear the hand clap when Nesta says, you're in the new ribbon, like
like the shoulder clap.
Yeah,
just like a
basically.
Except harder because like he's muscled. That's fuck.
Yeah. Also, very much at the end, there was this intense, as they were describing about the qualifier, very intense music and narration. Very much well done on Colleen Delaney's part for the men being in attendance and what they achieved. That whole sequence was bad as fuck. Bad as in. Bad means good.
Bad meaning bad, meaning bad, meaning good.
Good, yes. Snoop Dogg was right. So then, of course, we get to chapter 61. The one test remaining, going down the stairs. I loved the music behind the steps. And this was kind of seemingly the last step scene in the entire thing. I loved the music. I love the narration always behind it because there's pauses where there needs to be. There's emphasis. It's just perfectly done. When I say perfect, I mean spot on. No notes, nothing to be like, oh, that should have been done differently there or nothing. Also, I don't know why I laugh so hard, but like Colleen Delaney, when she monologues about the whole like lovemaking thing versus fucking, I don't know what it was about her emphasis. She was like, there's lovemaking and then there's fucking.
Yeah, that emphasis is good. I meant to say, like, during the deep dive part that I do have a sticky note on my computer desktop that is the difference between fucking and making love.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I actually have that.
What does it say? I don't know. You don't have to get... Now I want this to be put in the Discord.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what?
I'll add it to the Discord.
What? I don't even... Rhetorically, I wouldn't even know.
It's basically like the
it.
difference of, like, making love and then sex and then fucking. There's 3 distinctions, and it's basically the same as, like, what SGM wrote of making love is, like, emotions, connection, basically, and then basically jump to fucking. Fucking is just pumping to come, is how it says.
Well, I was gonna say, there are emotions in fucking.
Yeah.
But, like, connection, romance... An air of, love in it.
So it's like just taking the definitions of them rather than connections.
Alrighty, so you're gonna have to post that in the Discord.
Okay, sorry, Discord people. Actually, I'm not sorry.
I also loved hearing the stars during Starfall. Because I don't know what it is about... I mean, they did that for the last Starfall scene in Akamath, but it was like, I don't know, it was differently for Nesta in the sense of hearing them all. Mm-hmm. And dude, Colleen in this narration about her, Nesta looking up at the star and being like so happy to be alive.
And crying.
I mean, Colleen seemed like on the verge of tears, which again is the acting. I'm not saying that like, oh, well, that's dumb. Why wouldn't she be? There's a difference between somebody like playing like they're sounding on the verge of tears versus I feel genuinely in my heart that I could see her looking. Like if I looked at her at that moment, could feel genuinely in the emotion behind it.
Right.
Also, Amryn, Nora, always spot on. I always love her performance as Amryn, especially in these moments of very pureness of, you made the house come alive, girl.
Aww.
And she's like, or her inflections in her voice of, when you came here, what did you ask for most?
She sounds, I think that is something I've noticed with Nora, is she does sound very, like, matronly.
She is, and I love that. I love that so much, but she's also, don't fuck with. Yeah. Not like the Feyre matronly, where you could kind of talk to her and feel like you're open to talking to her.
Right.
Versus, like, with Amryn, it's, I want to impress her.
Yeah.
And then the whole... Welcome back to the Night Court, Nesta Archeron. It was so beautifully done. I was like, oh my god. I love Nora so much.
She's sweet.
Chapter 62, Matthew Bassett. I remember your name, my friend.
Good.
Eris.
Starting to get...
My love. You are now in a list for me. Again, you're in that list of a good perv voice, but also a good sexy voice, so I don't really know how to, like, put those feelings together.
A good perv?
Yes! He plays an amazing pervert.
Good job, Matthew Bassett, at being a pervert. Like, no!
I bet he's, like, a wonderful person. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. That's all I can say. Just the way he sounds, and especially when he gets angry, the depthness of his voice, but he also sounds like, It's different in the sense of, like, a Cassian or Anthony sexy voice, in the sense of kind of getting him riled up. Like, I like seeing him get unhinged.
Okay.
Versus the other guys are kind of composed even in their, like, freak out. Also, John as a cool courtier, when, like, that shift in voice he was talking about, he was just like, oh, I don't know, Eris. Like,
her writing her graphic audio notes, that was pretty damn funny.
Me?
I wish I had gotten a recording of it from TikTok.
She'll have to give me at some point, but...
It's hard to time it, though, because she'll be, like, quiet, and then all of a sudden she'll be like...
And she's just have to record the whole time. Just and find whatever footage.
Put a camera somewhere you can't find it. And
like an elf on the shelf, but like for graphic audio. Do not pursue the crown. I don't know what it was about that phrase that Matthew Bassett at Air said, but it was the fact it was so deep and guttural. Do not pursue the crown. It was the most serious I think he sounded.
Yeah, because he was like scared in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
The romantic music behind Cassian flying away, and then of course them being like sexy when you hear me talk like that. And there's not much sex in this, like, there's no sex in this at all.
Except she's already crossing her legs.
Are you talking about me? Oh, they didn't need to know that.
No, you can take.
No. Dude, I'm an open book. I don't care. And what is it? And her toes crinkled, or whatever the fuck they say. Or my toes curled. What is that? Crinkled. I'm sorry.
That took me a second to process.
My toes crinkled.
Ugh. I associate that with crinkling as either like, you know, creases in your eyes or the sound, something crinkling.
Oh, I know. Wasn't thinking about that at all. I will say, when hearing Cassian in like the Valaris being like, I don't care. I don't know what it is about a territorial man, but like, what is it with him and just being like, I want them to know we share a bed. I'm like,
ooh.
I was like,
possessive.
I was like, me please.
Me please. I'll share your bed.
Do not try at home when trying to flirt with a woman out in public. He's like, I want them to know we share a bed.
Unless you're just that confident and you're both that confident.
Unless you both know these books and you know the inside joke, go ahead.
But also be careful.
Be
careful. She might respond like Nesta.
Yes. Ooh. The say it. You know this now, but John was fucking totally internalizing what is his name? Robert Pattinson as Edward in Twilight. Like, say it out loud.
Say it. Just be like, say it.
He was internalizing Robert Pattinson for this scene. And it was good. I'm not saying it was bad, but it was, honestly, he did it better than Pattinson.
Wow.
Robert was just so awkward because he hated that fucking franchise. This whole fucking scene, it was, because it got to a point where, like, John Vertullo, like, was so, I have to take my glasses off. Where John Vertullo got so broken up. He's like, because you're my mate, for fuck's sake. He broke his voice. He's like, why are you still fighting it? Almost like I think this is the first time I've ever heard him yell continuously.
No wonder people were like turning the other way on the street.
Because he's so heartbroken.
It's like, I thought we were through this already. Why are you still fighting me?
Yeah, because he does break it. He's like, you promised me forever on Solstice. The forever. Oh my god. I was like, internally, I was like, oh baby, but it's not that.
Forever.
It's not that. Ooh. But then I was with him for a certain point, and then all of a sudden, it just hit that one line. He's like, well, I didn't think I'd be shackled to you either. He hit that.
Shackled.
It's with the K and everything. Shackled. We actually did that pretty good in sync.
Yeah.
Dude, that was harsh as fuck.
And then was there a silence after that?
There was. And immediately, John, that was a poor choice of words. Immediately, down back to the bottom of that climb. It was the breath snaps all around to that man. Dear God. And then, I love it when Natalie Van Sistine as Nesta gets like really deep because you know she's getting serious.
Yeah, or angry, she's just like blocking everyone out.
Because obviously her response, and then she's like, I'm calling in my favor. God, I was like, he's like, no.
Whatever you think you're doing.
I also loved hearing the tattoo go away. There was
made a sound.
Like a release.
A magical sound.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Nesta getting to Emery's place. I loved Gwen, her like, it was a very classic TV line of, some things are worth, like, what was it? Some things are more important than fear. It was a very good line, and she delivered it really well. And then holy shit, going from that line to just like, I smelled males. Not Cassian, not Reese. The immediate shift to danger was so intense that I even clamped up. I was like, and I knew it was coming.
Right.
I did want to say, I jumped a little ahead. I did want to say the music under her saying, I'm going to tell him tomorrow, was such like a Disney-esque moment of her, Colleen actually sounding very happy in the narration. I'm going to tell him all my feelings, tomorrow, I'm going to tell him. Tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and it ain't it.
All right, our new parody, Tomorrow, from Annie. Tomorrow came, and I'm fucked up.
The snot went down my lung.
No, I'm sorry.
I hate you.
I'm sorry.
That was gross.
I made her snort hard enough to... I'm proud of myself for that one.
This ain't it. Good thing it's just audio. I didn't really have much notes for chapter 63, but I will say the music of the monologue at the tension of finding them missing. Because again, it was just normal Cassian and then Colleen narration. Then all of a sudden, the music just shifted to like, they're not here. I'm running, smelling the chloroform. And it's like, they're gone. The BloodRite just started.
Oh, shit. I mean, okay, to be fair, 63 was a short chapter, so that makes sense. But it is really weird to see only 2 notes, 2 graphic audio notes on a chapter.
It was like a page.
Yeah.
Right at the top of chapter 64, this is them in the BloodRite, right? There is a crow noise. I loved that. I loved that added like and then all of a sudden waking up sound of like what the fuck. It was like nature nature noises. I mean, it was the crow, but then it was also like nature, like kind of like a bug's the sound of being out in the middle of nowhere.
So leaves rustling.
It wasn't necessarily the wind, it was more like the animals, like the bug noise, what I was saying.
The buzzing of the bugs crawling in the dirt underneath her.
The music behind her realizing where she was, though, was... Because it's like she wakes up and then like all this very tense music of, oh my god.
Dun, 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 dun.
I also will say the leather wings was kind of hot to hear because all of a sudden, like again, they're bound. When the one guy gets up, you can hear the leather.
So, note to self: bound leather wings sounds really hot.
I mean, leather on anything sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. There was like a moment that again, like this is Cassian's POV at this point in his notes when he's like kind of hearing. There's kind of a ringing going on in his brain. He's not really hearing it's kind of muffled. Yeah. So the others are talking, but he can't hear them.
He's not focusing
at all. Then all of a sudden it's sucked back into reality. I'm going after them.
I always love when like movies and stuff do that.
Yes, and it's so cool. Because also the command behind this man's voice, I was like, I'm going after them.
Right.
It's like, please come after my ass, please.
Please do. I'll be waiting in bed.
I'll be waiting.
Probably with the lights low, maybe candles.
I'll be waiting at the top of Romeo for you.
With rose petals.
Defacing that man's entire mountain. Oh, and again, you know how I love an Anthony Palmini every time he comes up.
He's been mentioned in every graphic audio section.
I'm sorry.
I love you.
I love you. I love this man.
We do love you, Anthony.
So much. I will say his whole... I can't when it gets to the point where like, well, why can't you? Why can't you do da-da-da-da?
The fuck you can. You can just... I can't.
It broke me. I was like, oh Anthony.
This is your own fault, Reese.
I will also say that strong, calm Feyre is appreciated here. I loved... Again, I know we talked about this with Melody and about how she feels like Feyre didn't get as much in this, but it's like, I don't know, her calm, strong presence made this book, I don't know, it showed that she was definitely different as a character than we had it for.
Yeah.
Definitely coming into the lady-esque vibe.
Taking on the high lady role seriously.
Yes. Well, also, it's like, fuck, if no one else is going to stay calm, let me, the one with the baby in my womb, be calm, I guess.
The pregnant woman is the calm one?
Yeah. Sometimes that does happen. Yeah. Oh, I will say, this has happened a couple times, but it was mostly in this one. I think they kind of added it. The armor, oh my god. Having Cassian, like, armor up, you could hear it coming down, like, his, like, just like... Like all the way down.
I appreciated that in Ekamath.
It was so cool and it was badass, and I was just like, I could totally see it climbing down, starting from his chest or wherever he's tapping it from.
Yeah.
Very much like an Iron Man, Infinity War, nanotech shit. See, I'm a nerd.
Remember the face you made when you said that? I'm a nerd.
I'm not just a prep, I promise.
I love you.
Me too. I can be a nerd, sleep with me. I'll dress up as Black Widow. Not really. Choose anyone else. But so then the end with Nesta back in her POV. I loved like the branches and the oofs when they fell down the hill.
Oh, that's good.
Like, just like the oof, like down. It like obviously any acting, very physical scenes in this gives very video game, but also anime vibes. Then chapter 65. I loved hearing the warriors wake up because she's at the top of the tree, and then all of a sudden, again, this is one of the graphic audio things where it shows before telling. So the narration comes after hearing it. So all you hear is kind of leather wings, and then all of a sudden, shit, blood spurting, and people trying to kill each other,
right?
Oofs and shit. Her also racing down the tree made me realize how far she actually was up.
Yeah.
Because when I was reading it, I was like, oh, she's down the tree, and that's it. But it's like, it took her a while to get, that's why they kind of why that guy with the arrow caught up with her. It made sense to me.
Got it.
Also, the glowing of the bracelet, that was such a cool, like, ringing sound, but not like, almost like when you hit a gong, and it has that ding, like, it has that nice ringtone. That hum was really good.
The reverberation.
It totally was on key as well, which also I appreciated. Again, I don't know what key it was in, but it was on pitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I loved, again, I haven't heard it in a little bit, but graphic audio yet again. I loved the memory, hearing the flashback of music or the flashback noise.
Yeah.
I promise we never separate each other. So we hear it again, very cinematic. I always love when they do that.
Yes, that's always a good.
I thought the music in the arrow was pretty good because all of a sudden it's just like, we're going to say, like the arrow just cut off the music and the monologue.
That's good.
Which is how it did it in the text. I mean, it makes sense.
Okay, first I need to get.
It's like I need to go after my. Oh, all right.
Okay, dealing with this first.
And then, of course, she's, arrow pointed at her, asking questions. The music, very tense as she's getting fired at. I love, oh my God, did you kill her too? Like, did you kill her too? Death incarnate. Hell yeah, Natalie Van Sistine was like made for this role.
Yes.
Nothing can top it. I don't know who this other Illyrian warrior was, like this rando, Novius or whatever. He's like, that crippled bitch. Yeah. Sounded so frat boy-esque, and that's what all these bad boys are, but I was like, you're gross. Good job, whoever you were. Gross. The ball shot. Just hearing the, whole throw and then it getting stuck. Ooh. I was like, ooh.
Sucks for you.
I don't even have nards, and that one got me. I was like, ooh. I mean, shit, a vagina shot would just be as bad.
It would. It's like, it makes you just...
Yikes. And the howling for Miles thing was so funny. He's like, totally made me think of again, it was comical, but again, serious. Ooh, and the digging into, you could hear it go... when she dug it in. Ooh, I love a good action scene. Liesl already knows this note, but I just want to let everyone know, when I was listening to this, I had a fucking full-on meltdown. This was funny as hell.
Yes.
Nesta finally gets to the river in that one random Illyrian voice. It only happens one time. The one person who said, God, the line of...
Here we go. Yes, I have it highlighted.
Yeah.
Do you want to say it?
Yeah, sure, I'll say it. It was, pity the bitch escaped. She'd have made for good entertainment on the cold nights. I said that in the deep dive. That was Henry Kramer. The person who does Tamlin, who obviously is not in this section of the book, got his own cameo as a random Illyrian warrior, and I had to stop. I was literally on my back laughing. Liesl had no idea what I was talking about. I said, Henry Kramer, and then I made her listen to it, and we both burst out laughing.
Because that was him. I mean, we've spoken to Henry, we've watched his live streams, obviously we've interviewed him, but hearing him in that context, he sounded so much similar to him. He wasn't Tamlin's voice, he was Henry's voice.
Which is so crazy, because that's his normal talking voice, but Tamlin is his normal timbre voice.
Right.
Which is so hard for me to visualize, or listen to.
Right. But it was so very clearly Henry.
And
she played it for me, and I burst out laughing too.
I didn't pick it up the first time because I didn't know him as much, so I just didn't pick it up.
And because you didn't know his speaking voice.
I didn't. And I was like, good God, Henry Kramer, I love you to death. What the fuck?
Why do you play Tamlin and this guy?
I mean, you weren't a cameo in this shot, babe. I'm so sorry.
You probably had a quota to fill.
Yeah, he needed to do one line at least.
Why did they choose this one?
Because he's an asshole. His voice can be asshole-ish. He plays good assholes. But also he plays very good friends, too.
That's true.
You just haven't seen him in that role.
That's true.
And then, of course, Nesta getting into the river, the whole shaking and breathing thing was a lot. I loved the, again, audibly showing that they're cold. It's kind of hard to do when not just saying, oh, they're cold in the narration. I finally remembered who Balthazar's voice actor was. I want to let you guys know. I listened to it, heard his voice, and heard that motherfucker before. Started listening to the scene. Wasn't until the end of the scene that I was like, oh, got it. Know where he's from. He plays Adius in Crescent City, and I did look this up, what is it, on their graphic audio website, that he is in only Silver Flame Part 2, and he's in the Crescent Six. So I know it's him, because he's nowhere else in ACOTAR. So, that being said, you don't know what Adius means, but that's a Prince of Hell in Crescent City. That's not a spoiler, that is literally just his name. And holy fuck, it's funny, because I know him as a Prince of Hell, and then hearing him as just this random Illyrian it's sexy. Again, a different sexy than like Cassian and Reese sexy, but kind of like that a little spicy sexy.
Okay.
You know,
yes,
a little spicy. The screams and the howls at night were very scary during the whole their first night in the cave. Hearing like the blood and gore and shit. Very tense music of her trying to fall asleep but not being able to. I do appreciate how when they wake up the next morning, there's crows out picking at the remains.
Already picking at them.
That wasn't even a description in the book. They just decided to do that.
Makes sense, I guess.
And they had a crow theme, I guess, from the top. So I did really love the parting shot though of "Good luck, Archeron."
Okay.
I did appreciate that. I loved that. He sounds like a cat, a seductive cat, in the sense of like he elongates some of his words, like "Good luck, Archeron."
So Cheshire.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So Balthazar is the Cheshire cat. We're all mad here.
We are all mad here, especially in this SGM world.
Especially in the BloodRite. That would drive anyone mad.
Right. The music behind Cassian's thoughts when we then go to commercial break was really good in terms of like, again, it's filler. Sometimes it feels like listening to them check in, but it had like this good caring music behind it of like, no, she's got this. Yeah. Why am I even really worried? You know?
How dare I doubt her?
Yeah. How dare I doubt her? And the glow of the charms is so cool. Like whenever I thought it was, you know, in a very I don't want to say weak sound engineer, but I could assume I could see how somebody could kind of laze out and just do it when it says, or like when it says it glowed vibrant. Every time they even like show that there's like this, it is so well done and so continuous. Perfect sound design. Like I'm just like snapped all around to that guy because like he found every instance where it even mentions that, not even that it's mentioning it's glowing, but that it's like okay, and then they walked, you know, to and the thing started to, you know, kind of in that way.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the last chapter 67, very tense music at the top as they make their way south. It was like normal tense music, and then all of a sudden, when she turns around and Emery's gone, very scared, like
because she was literally right there.
Yeah, it's like where the fuck? Because at first, that they cut it right there. Right. This was such a weird cut because she didn't know what happened to her. She's just gone, and then they're just somehow in the next break they're both getting dragged.
Well, it did say that she was down the hill being held between two grinning males.
Yeah. Well, at first she doesn't see her, and then it's like, oh, where'd she go? And then spots her.
But then it cuts right after that. But yeah.
Right. Also, Cassie and Ansi is kind of cute sometimes. It's like, okay, let's just go in, man. Let's just go.
He wants to do something. He needs to do something, but that's not part of spy work.
And as strategy, stealth, just like we can't do that. Very the calm, cool, collected part of it, which is why he's the Gwen, or why Gwen is the Az of their group. Finding some other sort of strategy instead of just barreling right in. Just ew to Bellius' voice actor again. Like, there's nothing else. I mean, good job, man. I need to find out who did his voice, but like, and I looked it up. I don't know, but we could do some deducing.
Yeah.
But is it bad that sometimes with these voice actors, like I feel like I can make more of a disgusting voice than a sexy one, and I feel like maybe that's why they get so surprised when someone's like, "Wait, you find my voice sexy?"
David Jordan.
Ugh, I have to see what else he does because I'm like, I have that name isn't ringing a bell to me, but also that voice doesn't ring a bell to me either.
Right.
So it could just be someone I'm not very aware of. David Jordan. All right. Good man. Good job, man. Made me fucking despise you. Despise the character, I mean. Ooh, but the guts and the sound of the monster coming out of nowhere, that was badass. Ooh. I was like, all of a sudden, he's just like, you hear the steps of Bellius coming towards him, and all of a sudden, like, and a roar and all this bullshit. It was so good. And I just love, like, here, I'm over here, just in the middle of this fray. And then, again, Gwen's calm curiosity. But again, I love how this is in the same chapter with that Azrael scene. Because she kind of does the same thing where she's, okay, so, yeah, like, did you know that these things glow? And yeah, you know, yeah,
this and this.
I just found out where they were sleeping and, you know, decided to wake them up.
I stayed in the trees for the last 2 nights, and then I found where they were sleeping, and so I decided I found out that they get very angry when they're woken up.
She does sound like way better than what we're making it sound like, but that's kind of like the gist of it. But then, of course, she Aura sounded very raw when she said, came looking for me.
Or sweet.
It's like, that's what sisters do. And I think it's Emery that says that. And it makes sense why Emery said that, because she said, fuck you and your family.
Oh.
So it's like she found her own family. That's so sweet.
Yeah, Emery said, of course we did. It's what sisters.
Yeah, because I feel like this was like her last breaking point she already hated her cousin.
Yeah.
But I feel like that just made it even more so. Like, you literally almost tried to kill, like, my friends and I. Fuck you.
That's my family right over there. You guys are not. You guys can go die.
Found family. These metaphors and, like, continued themes that SJM brings are just amazing. I so appreciate it. So that's the end of the graphic audio section in our episode for today. What a good way to end this part. And then, of course, next time is the finale.
That's insane.
Of the whole book. It's been forever.
Wow.
I feel like we've been in this for so long.
2 years?
Well, I was going to say Silver Flame, but yeah, that too.
In ACOTAR, 2 years.
I love how we are about to reach, and probably with all the delays, we are probably going to end right at our start point.
Yep.
Our 2-year anniversary, which is
podcast anniversary.
Yes, which is August 27th or 28th.
28th.
Sorry. So yeah, please, if you have any fans or friends that love ACOTAR and want to be reading it for the first time, or just want to go through all the spoiler stuff with us or our interviews, because sometimes people just like listening to our interviews, please recommend this podcast to them. It also really does help us if you review and rate the podcast, and follow us on all those streaming platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Oh, and yes, our Discord link to our book community is down in the description on every episode. And since you guys all stayed to the end, I wanted to give you some more Molly B's sponsor facts for you.
Molly gourmet cookies.
Yes, so good. My mom is like really looking into these. She's like, I want this one. I want that.
Yeah, I want to try them.
So I'm excited to try them too. So I have 3 for you today. So finest ingredients, including natural fruits, chocolates, and spices.
That makes sense.
So
that
actual
sounds really good
natural fruit,
and good quality stuff.
I want to let you know, I was going to say living in a bakery. I kind of did live there. A lot of the consumer shit isn't like natural berries and stuff and natural fruits. It literally comes in a bag. So
wow, exposing trade secrets.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, they saw us with... Anyway. Also, a big heavy seller for them is the tea cookie, which is refreshing and smooth lavender goodness. So that's, I guess, basically a fan favorite for them, since these seem kind of like tea cookies anyway.
Tea cookies, at least the way I think about them, are like the shortbread type cookies that are like super crumbly.
And I hate hard, but like
they're not necessarily hard. They're just crumbly.
I know. Difference. And maybe it's I don't like crumble, but I really do like...
You don't like crumble?
Dear God. And apparently their Bee cordial cookie is praised for its perfect blend of chocolate and cherry. Yes. So there are 3 facts for today. And so again, it's a 10% off discount at mollybees.com with the TFBW podcast promo code. Again, that's 10% off any product. And if you want to help us support the podcast, definitely go over to our 2. We have Torain and Molly Bees, but we are sponsoring this. The Molly Bees is a sponsor for this video.
Yes.
But we will see you guys all for the finale of Silver Flame next time.
It's crazy that we're actually there.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you want to say to the people before we leave?
This episode is going to be out after our first graphic audio live stream, but it will still remain on our Twitch for a week after. So you'll be able to see it for a couple days if you want to. Yeah, over on our Twitch channel, which we have links to on our link tree. And then our next one is actually come join our Discord and play Cards Against Prithian with us.
It's our trial run before we do it with the graphic audio people, which we're so excited to do August 27th. You're so again, go to the Discord for all those dates as well. So, I mean, we'll see you guys all next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.